Welcome to Semper Hooah podcast.
You know, my parents were going to kick me out, and I was like, because I failed out of college for like the third time. So I'm like, you know, Marine Corps sounds like the right place for me.
At least you finished it off, though.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Just a couple 2-tree NJPs. No big deal.
Still honorable.
Yeah. Still got out as a corporal.
That's all that matters.
No good cookie, though.
Oh, what? I got a good cookie, then I got it. I think I got NJP the day after my good cookie commendation.
Oh, dude.
I heard a lot of the stories where people are getting their good cookie and then the same, like 5 minutes after, they're getting their NJP.
I mean,
Yeah, because we were all overseas and we were on our ship coming back. And, like, I got back to the States and they're like, good cookie. And then, like, the next day I got NJP'd.
See, I wish we were like the Navy because their chevrons, they change color based on if they've gotten in trouble or
Right,
not.
the gold
They're
versus
like-
red or something.
They're mood insignia.
Yeah.
Is that what they are?
No, it's true, man.
That's mood insignia?
It's true, yeah. On their uniforms, like if it's gold, they didn't get NJP'd once, but if it's red, they've been NJP'd.
Right.
You get out of here.
I'm
No,
serious.
it's true.
I'm
It's true.
serious.
Wait a minute. That's
Jones,
like,
you looked this up.
It's a
wait a
legit
minute.
thing. Yeah.
Like third-class petty officers, if they have red wings or whatever,
Yeah, man.
they got NJP'd.
Yeah.
That's all I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know.
The Master Chiefs have the yellow ones.
I was always wondering what the colors
Yeah,
were.
I saw a Master Chief with red ones.
Ooh. I thought that was based off of their jobs.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought that was. So you're not.
I feel like-
I'm not. I'm
You're
being
not
100%
pulling my
serious.
dick.
Would I lie to you?
Yes. No, you wouldn't.
We're
I
not.
don't know, maybe you would.
We're not dating.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Not anymore.
He's already gotten into those pants.
What do you got there?
Yeah, it's red.
Okay. Yeah.
okay, but there's an actual distinction between the red
Why
and
is
the
it
gold.
red?
You have to Google it.
Yeah, these are
What?
What is that? Senior
Senior
chief.
chief,
As soon as you hit senior
fucking-
chief, it goes gold.
I don't know. I never played Halo.
All right. Whatever. Figure it out.
Well,
Welcome
I
to Semper Hooah Podcast. Here we go. All right.
And
How have you
away we
never
go.
played
E7 is just
Halo,
the last
man?
rank with red, and then E8 and through E9 is all gold.
Whatever. We'll figure it out. Just keep looking at it. We'll double check it. Anyway, all
job,
right.
Jamie.
Sam's up here. Good to see you, bud. I got who we got in the closet? Jesus Christ. Petey's there. All right.
Hey.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, wait. Lancey's back. Oh,
Hey.
back. Yeah.
And his thigh is rubbing on mine.
by popular demand.
Oh,
Just
lucky
a little
you.
bit.
Jonesy's behind the stick. Looking shit up. Making sure we all look pretty. Sound good. Kinda. We'll see. And our guest today, Captain Remy. Ooh.
100% stealing sex appeal.
Absolutely. The good old captain
Don't
here.
blush too much.
Infantry
What's up?
captain. How's it going, sir?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. We're going to get rid of the sir shit after a little while. It's going to fade
Yeah.
out, especially once a couple cocktails come in. Once they really kick in there.
Some of us have to work later, asshole.
Right? Some of us are skipping our kid's birthday to be here.
Little, yes.
All right,
No,
Pete.
no way.
We've talked about this. There's certain things in life that are more important than others. Okay.
And this podcast is one of them.
That's right.
Good to have the captain on here. Also, mine and Pete's and Jones's commander. Woo.
Hey.
Yo,
Yeah. He's like, don't tell people that.
Yes.
The NJP paperwork is getting made out right now.
I
Are we
kind
gonna
of feel
black
like
out
a
his
private.
face?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I'm definitely not in command of this room right now.
You're not. You're not at all. Like,
You're an RAO.
like I said, when
Yeah.
you walked into my house, your rank
Yeah.
just went out the window.
No.
I'm in charge.
We're all
Do
civilians.
you feel in charge? Oh, wait, I can't touch you anymore now because of the new...
New DOD sexual harassment policy.
Where's,
Right.
the,
Yeah.
sharp,
Got it.
where's the sharp one?
yeah, everything is...
I've
Everything's a
signed
crime.
that consent form beforehand, so we're
All right, before we kick off our show, we'll do a little pluggies here. Actually, we're going to first pitch our new show, Just a Caveat. Next episode coming out is going to be the National Guard, Swiss Army Knife of America. That'll be a fun one.
Yeah. that's a
Last
good
week's was the Ukraine versus Russia. That was an interesting one. All right.
You're talking about a Legend of Zelda game?
Jesus. Okay. All right, please like, follow, subscribe, share. Remind yourself we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, all podcast platforms, and watch us on YouTube or at semperhooah.com. You can follow us on Facebook at Semper Hooah Podcast and at IG at Semper Hooah. Check out the merch at semperhooah.com/shop. Get some T-shirts. I'm not even wearing one right now. Oh, you got one. That's cool. All right. Now where we at? You can support the show at semperhooah.com with a monthly subscription of your choosing. That's that little button that says become a supporter. Pretty awesome. Give us some shekels if you want. If not, whatever. We get it.
I recommend something in the 3-figure range.
Yeah, you're really awesome. Good luck with that one. 50% of our merch profits, though, go to Tango 3. Petey, you want to hit them up?
For sure. Tango 3. With your help and liking, subscribing, buying our stuff or subscribing, it's going to help Tango 3 with veteran mental health issues and veteran suicide prevention programs through the sale of Dove Creek Agashi Wagyu beef jerky.
Yes, and don't forget to send the hate mail to contact@semperhua.com.
Not just hate mail. any
All mail.
And then do the DoD spiel.
Absolutely. All views and opinions are not representative of the DoD or any other military branch.
But maybe they are. All right.
Well, like
First-
the articles we get from PAO.
Yeah. All right, first one up. Who wants the very first topic?
I'll take it.
All right.
U.S. troops keep paying the Island Boys for military shout-out videos? These fucking chodes. All right. You can't get more out of regs than the Island Boys, the 20-year-old Florida twins who sport tattoos on their faces, spiky hairdos that will never fit under a helmet, and seem allergic to wearing shirts. You know how many waivers they would need to get?
Laser that off your face, bro.
All of them.
Oh, but for reasons only the internet can understand, service members are paying them to send holiday greetings to airmen abroad, give shout-outs to star soldiers, even protest the military justice system.
Some good stuff there.
Do they have used tampons on their head?
That's
What is that?
No, I think it's like their little wannabe braids or something. I don't know. Do not kick Sergeant Vasquez out because he's an island boy, they sang in one shout-out posted a few days
You
ago.
gotta sing it though. I know he got his DUI, but
Right.
give him
He
a second
deserves a
chance.
second chance. Oh, I know he got his DUI, but give him a second chance. There's always room for a second chance. It was not clear which branch of Sergeant Velasquez was in, but Barstool Sports reported he is a Marine. Of course.
Word.
Yo, big shout to world-famous Rocketeers. You guys are the F-15 Echo Fighter Jet Squadron away for the holidays. Shout out to the free world, they said in a December cameo. The Rocketeers is the nickname for the 336 Fighter Squadron based in Seymour Johnson Air Force Base in North Carolina.
They also had one for like a recruiter, something about like, dude, these guys giving out $50K
Yeah.
for colleges.
College.
For colleges.
Right.
Join the army, man. He's getting $50K out for colleges.
Man, sign me up.
Oh, man.
I've actually got. Hold on, let me put them down. I got one. I got the Vasquez video up. That one was pretty
That was
funny.
pretty
Let's
funny.
check this one out. If it plays.
Do not kick Sergeant Vasquez out, cause he's an island boy. Oh, I know he got his DUI, but give him a second chance. There's always room for a second chance. He messed up the first time. He will all prove himself. He will do better. Maybe that will straighten him. Oh yeah, don't kick Sergeant Vasquez out, cause he's the island boy. And he just does positive stuff, so I know he gonna make it to the top. He's awesome. His name go by Vasquez.
Oh my God, can we turn
He
this
gonna
off?
make it, yeah. Don't kick him out, cause you gonna regret it, yeah. You gonna miss him. He's an island boy, yeah.
We are all now dumber for having watched that.
Okay.
This is like the third time watching it, man. This is coming up
Oh.
in the group chat.
Dear
This would be awesome that if the actual like court martial gets overturned because these guys are the character witnesses.
Oh my God.
Oh, well,
I don't know,
hey.
man. If one of my soldiers had that and asked me to make the decision, that I was swayed a little bit. Yes. I might give him a second chance.
You're making me lose confidence in our officer corps.
Though, clearly, that sergeant reaches out to the community.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, so
Grassroots effort.
because everyone in the military was like, not everyone, but like, a lot of people are doing this. Like, I saw a bunch of them. I figured like, why don't we do one?
Well, this is like the all the guys asking celebrities out to the Marine Corps ball.
Yeah.
So I did one.
Oh,
Here we
Shout
go.
out to Semper, Hooah podcast. Our island
Oh
boy. Shout out to
my.
the Fat Some OG and P. Shout out
Oh.
to the Fat Some OG and P. The Semper Hooah podcast boy. For the military and the veteran
Oh my
community.
God, I need this sent to me
That's all
immediately.
it is. It's that Semper Hooah podcast. Yeah. So tap in with Island Boys.
Oh my God. I need that in my life. I need that. Our viewership is going to
awesome.
go up way,
It has to.
way higher.
Yeah, it was worth the shekels for that one.
Oh my God.
We
that is
set the
hilarious.
bar high, sir. We set it high.
fuck! I would have maxed out my credit card for that.
Oh my God.
I had to
sponsor
set you
picked
back a pretty penny.
Yeah, sponsor picked it up though. It's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Was it the
Dad.
Island Boys sponsor?
Bluth
Bluth Communications.
Bluth Communications picked it up for us. It was awesome.
Oh my God.
Dude, these kids are making bank.
Right.
And it's like $200-something a pop just to do them.
I mean, just for being an ASVAB waiver, they're making so much money.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So who's really the ASVAB waiver here?
Not
them.
Yeah, no shit, right? They're actually making bank. All right. Enough about those retards. Here
That
we go.
was great.
I hope they're not watching.
I hope they are.
Right?
Like, what was it? Actually, my wife was like, "You're gonna make fun of them after you paid them?" I'm like, "Yeah, I made the monkey dance. All right, I pay dance little monkey dance. Like, I own that video. Like,
And they got paid. They don't care.
yeah,
Right.
It's like,
Dance, monkey dance.
it's like making the homeless guy like instead of just giving the guy cash, I'm like, make me laugh or sing something for me. You know, it's like boom.
I remember
Then
when.
get it.
So they blew up because someone posted that video on Reddit and on the r/army subreddit, and it got over 4,000 comments. And of those comments, a quarter of them were people actually getting recordings from them of random shit.
Wow.
Crazy.
They made
Wow.
bank.
Are they idiots now? I'm confused.
I mean, that is a
Or am I
wreck.
the idiot?
I mean, they are, but they're not. You know, it's like they're making
Yeah.
back, but they're just playing off.
Well, I mean,
But
you
when
figure
they're-
that's the only kind of job they can get.
Well, as a tattoo aficionado, that shit ain't cheap, man.
Right.
They're doing okay.
Face tat. Anyway, all right. Next thing up. We're done talking about them. All right. I think
this is a Sam story.
Yeah, this is definitely for you, bud.
Oh, my favorite subject. All right, cool. The world's most advanced fighter jet is already having a very, very rough year.
Check engine lights.
The new year started with two mishaps for the extremely expensive and notoriously buggy F-35 Joint Strike Fighter. One sank into the South China Sea, and another made a belly landing after it was hit by a bird.
Bird couldn't see it on radar.
A bird. Okay. Last week, a Navy F-35C from carrier Air Wing 2 suffered a landing mishap while on the deck of the aircraft carrier USS Carl Vinson. 7 sailors were injured, including the pilot, who was forced to eject when the aircraft fell from the deck of the carrier into the South China Sea. This is the first deployment for the F-35 aboard an aircraft carrier. Impact to the flight deck was superficial, and all equipment for flight operations is operational. What plans the Navy has for recovering the airframe remains unclear. Earlier this month, an F-35A from Republic of Korea Air Force was forced to make a belly landing during a training mission. The incident, which occurred January 4th at, I'm not even going to try.
Seosan.
Air Force Base, was reportedly caused by a major systems malfunction that prevented the aircraft's landing gear from being deployed.
Rough. So, your thoughts there, bud? I know you love the F-35 so much.
I don't think they bought the landing gear software from us.
Yeah, right?
This was made by Boeing.
We pulled that shit out
No,
before we gave it to them.
No, it was made by General Dynamics. You know, it has to be from a different contractor to appease some senators up at the hill.
Yep.
Well, all right. So I know the one that fell in the sea, where they're trying to find it. There's supposed to be something with China, like who the race was on or
Look,
something.
if we could recover a Russian sub from the ocean floor in the 1960s, I think we can find this fucking plane.
Oh, I thought you were doing the whole like Red October thing for a second. Red October standing by.
Yes.
Yes.
Your mother's horseback.
Still love how they used a British or Scottish guy actually for
Yeah,
to play a Russian.
No, he wasn't Russian. He was Lithuanian.
Yeah,
Right.
What?
Big difference.
Yeah. Well,
Now, I thought that like a lot of the sensitive like aircraft and what have you would have some self-destructive features on sensitive equipment, whether it's like
Yeah, but when the sensitive equipment is the entire aircraft,
blow that up really quick.
how do you do
thermite
that?
the motherfucker. I don't know.
Jones,
Under
you blow
the
that up?
water?
Under the water.
Yeah,
We just need det cord wrapped
There's the
around
picture
the
of it.
entire plane.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
I can't believe the airbags didn't deploy.
Oh man.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, I thought there was a video, but it's like really shitty. They're like, oh, we got the video of it. Like it was just it flying over like the flight deck. They didn't show the actual crash.
They
From what I
can't.
saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
They leaked that one too, but
I mean, even in the best of scenarios, carrier landings fucking suck.
yeah, well,
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen Top Gun. We
It
know.
is the most dangerous work environment on the planet.
But why are they not landing these like helicopters? You know what I'm saying? Like the vertical. Why
'Cause
are
the-
they not landing?
These aren't the
The
VTOL
Marine
package.
version is the only one that has that.
But it said the Navy F-35 Charlie, the Charlie variant, I believe, is the vertical liftoff
check that.
capability.
double check.
Whereas the 35 Alpha that was at the
the-
ROK was just a regular.
Well, that was
Takeoff.
that's an Air Force model.
The Alpha is the base model, and
Right.
the C is the upgraded.
Oh, like a Denali.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at that.
Does it
Got
come
the
with
upgraded
seat
motor in it?
heaters, do you think?
Seat heaters.
I mean, I'm really loving
anything
mine
else?
right now.
No, it does have VTOL capabilities, but they prefer to use the traditional launch. But I guess the issue with that plane, the one that crashed in the South China Sea, is the cable snapped.
Oh, so it was a takeoff problem. It wasn't a landing problem.
Oh, it was a landing
landing
problem. Like, I think upon landing, it's got to
Oh,
hook
it
that
caught
cable.
the hook
That
and the
hook.
cable snapped.
Right. Or
Okay,
cable
so
snapped
this
and
isn't an
it
issue
injured
with the
multiple
plane.
sailors.
This is an issue with sailors not doing proper maintenance.
Oh, so Navy's fault. Okay.
Motor pool Monday.
They need more
Whatever.
550 cord on that strap, you know.
Damn right, right? Or some 100-mile-an-hour tape.
That stuff can haul anything.
All right.
So this next story is like the most E4 story out there.
You want me to take this one?
Yeah. All right. Lancey, go for it. Yeah.
Guard troops can unionize on state active duty, DOJ says.
Hey, welcome to the Teamsters. All right.
Yay.
Local 1776.
All right.
National Guard troops can legally organize and form unions while serving on state active duty orders, the Justice Department said in a court filing last week. DOJ lawyers asked a federal judge to dismiss the lawsuit brought by state employee unions in Connecticut, saying that the government agrees with them. A federal law prohibiting members of the military from organizing unions does not apply to Guard members on state active duty or in the inactive National Guard, DOJ lawyers wrote in their filing. I don't understand how this is going to work. The apparent green light to organize hinges upon the troops' legal status as state employees, not military members.
I think it's because the mafia is having trouble getting into the karting industry again.
I don't think China's letting them in. That's the problem. When they are on state active duty, the same legal principle is what allows Guard troops on state active duty to conduct law enforcement, which is virtually prohibited for troops who are being paid as military members. The unions brought the case on behalf of Connecticut Guard members who they say deserved a voice alongside state employees in advocating for workplace protections when on state active duty responding to COVID-19, the old Rona.
Do you think a PFC is going to like appreciate union dues coming out of his paycheck?
Right.
What are they going to get, $14 in their checks?
If they're lucky.
Wasn't it either de Blasio or Como that said that like National Guardsmen aren't like members of the military anyway?
Yeah.
So like that. Yeah.
Well, how
a
does
lot of
that
people
work
said
when
that.
they're so when we're sending Guard troops to like the border, say, right?
Yeah.
They're on federal, though.
But they're,
Well,
No,
basically-
they were on state orders.
They were on state orders.
they're
So
on
it's in Texas.
state orders,
Yeah.
but can't, so they can arrest people, but they can't. I mean, the ones that
No.
I've seen don't even have guns.
They're not even doing arrest, right? Because they don't have powers of arrest. They're essentially like eyes and ears and being like glorified security guards, where you're supposed to like observe and report.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we're missing the awesomeness of this because I want to switch over to the National Guard now and start my own fucking union. I want to be a union fucking rep.
That's exactly.
Oh, you want to be the organizer?
Yeah.
The Jimmy Hoffa of the freaking military.
Get the rat out too, like you see like a city that's using private security instead of the National Guard. Like, hey, you're not using the National Guard here. You know, get the rat up out there. Like, hey, what's going on?
Security.
Like, what's going on here? We got the union. You don't want to use the union?
The union
Say it ain't
engineers.
so.
Say it ain't so. I mean, come on.
I would love to get a.
All of a sudden, there's like buildings burning and shit.
I'd love to get a shiny collar guys aspect on this.
Yeah.
What would you think if your troops came to you and said, "Hey, sir, we're going to unionize. We want our rights."
He claims management rights.
This is just gonna like my response is just gonna make me sound like an old man.
It's all right.
It's all right.
You know?
Bring it.
I think it's a bunch of bullshit.
It is, but it's fucking hilarious.
God, I would have loved to have unionized in Iraq. That would have been so much fun.
It's like it's
There
so
are
fucking
some
crazy.
European countries that, and I think Canada's like border security guards, which fall under like their National Guard or whatever, they're also unionized.
That's right. Yeah, I remember.
There's something in
Canucks
Europe.
were-
There's
Canucks
a few
were-
countries that are.
yeah.
I don't know.
But I don't think
freaky-deaky
that
Swedes or
I don't
something.
think that could possibly work here, where basically everybody knows when you join the military, you give up all of your
Right.
rights.
You
have
it's just
no rights.
it's just funny. I honestly, like, I heard this, I was like, come on, get out.
I
So
don't
they-
see how it actions.
Are they not
properly,
getting
right?
proper PPE? Is that the
Well,
problem?
There are some problems.
Did
We're going to get deep into our next show about some of this stuff because there's the whole thing about the Texas stuff that's going on. Like on the border down there, like how a lot of the troops are saying they're not getting enough of their shit. You know?
There's a lot of
What, they don't get
suicides
the
that
nap
happen,
in the
no,
pickups
it's like
often
it's
as they
getting pretty
want?
crazy.
Yeah.
We'll get into another.
They're
another
not
thing.
getting paid on time. They're not getting the equipment they need. Suicide rates have increased exponentially.
It's
Well,
like
the
big
not
time.
getting paid on time sounds like an issue with IPAC.
I think it's
state.
I think that's one of the
It's
S
the
shops, isn't
Texas
it?
Yeah.
Department.
State. The state is doing it. So like the state's actually kind of fucking those boys. But we'll get into that in
the next
episode.
show.
We'll
Yeah.
get deep into that one.
Got
But
it.
yeah, there's a lot of I mean,
A lot of fuckery going on.
it's interesting though, the union. It's just so I thought it was a joke when it came out. Somebody sent it over. I think it was Spud, and I'm like, come on, what?
I'm actually
Union?
surprised.
But seriously, if they're not getting paid on time, that's like a normal thing in the fucking military.
Right, but the thing is, too, is that, right, being National Guardsmen, right, they have a regular civilian career, and as we know, a lot of times, military pay does not equal civilian pay. So now you're yanking these guys for like 6-month or 1-year orders, right? They're not getting, and National Guard is notorious for splitting them up before they can collect like BAH or anything, so they'll cut like 28-day orders, so it doesn't, and then they, we bring them in. So they're not collecting all this additional pay just to balance things out. So I can totally understand from a financial standpoint.
So what do we learn from this whole situation? Do not join the National Guard.
Just join the reserves.
Yeah,
Right.
It's better. It's great. No sandbags.
Yeah.
That's
Because there's no
tornado
sand
response.
here.
No
It
tornado
doesn't
response.
flood here.
you
That's
don't have
the
to go
way-
to doesn't matter. They'll
shitholes.
send you down south to flood shit, hurricane stuff, whatever. Like even the Illinois one. They go down, Mississippi floods over, tornadoes, whatever. It happens. There's natural disasters. I
It's
know,
like when tornadoes hit like Cairo, Illinois.
yeah.
They all went down
I know
there.
finance officers that got to go out there and do that shit because they're the
Good.
National Guard. Well, no, I get it. Yeah, good. It's kind of funny.
Did you say Cairo?
Yeah.
It's not Cairo?
It's properly pronounced Cairo.
Why in the Midwest do we steal other cities' names and then completely mispronounce them?
No, we pronounce El Paso, Illinois the same way.
Right.
Okay, in Missouri they have all kinds of different names and they mispronounce the hell out of all of them.
So it's Sprungfeld and not Springfield?
yes, exactly what it is.
Hans Sprungfeld, good old Simpsons.
All right.
Oshkosh unveils hybrid electric joint light tactical vehicle.
All right.
Oshkosh Defense unveiled a silent drive hybrid electric version of the joint light tactical vehicle. It has fielded through U.S. military and other customers. Thank you, Elon Musk.
Yeah. So. Well, yeah.
The JLTV offers a few critical additions over to JLTV: exportable power, improved fuel economy, and technologies that enable silent drive and extended silent watch, and the ability to charge your cell phone using USB-C.
Oh. God, that's very important.
Buy. Immediate buy.
Right.
Sold. I'm put me on the list.
there.
We're finally learning from gangbangers that drive Priuses. I didn't even hear them. Just pop, pop, pop.
So this EJLTV, it also eliminates the noise and heat signatures associated with diesel engines. John Bryan, Oshkosh's president, said during a virtual briefing, Oshkosh chose to focus on a hybrid vehicle rather than a fully electric version because it eliminates the need for charging stations, a real challenge for using the vehicle on the battlefield.
Yeah, go figure on
Time
that
out, guys.
Time out.
Wait a minute. So when these things get hit and they just start burning, we just leave them there, right? Because they're gonna burn for like 5 days.
So this has got the auto destruct that Pete was talking about.
For sure.
yes, it needs it.
It's gonna be like my kid's little.
Yeah, that's what
fucking
the battery
razor
is for.
thing.
Once it starts on fire, it doesn't stop.
The auto destruct is the E2 driver that's assigned to the Transitioning from silent mode to conventional mode happens through a flip of a switch, and you can do this on the go, Brian said.
It probably won't work.
Right.
Oh, yeah, no, it definitely won't.
Switch is broke.
The design also allows Oshkosh to turn existing JLTVs into hybrid electric versions.
Okay, so I laughed a little bit when I first saw it, but then I saw some of the practical application for it. To be nice, the
Oh, for
silent
sure.
mode, that's kind of cool. Creeping in, when you need to be reserving, fuel when you need to for longer.
It makes it
convoys.
easier for lance corporals to escape the field.
Yeah.
Right.
How effective are these batteries, though, when you're trying to haul a 5-ton, 6-ton vehicle?
Well, this thing is.
Well, I don't know,
boot
because
camps.
when you look at all the stuff that Tesla did, and even Rivian, when they're comparing like an F-150 to their pickup truck models or what have you, they had so much more torque, so much more power.
But they're super lightweight, is what I'm saying. The extra
no,
weight
they're
of all
heavy.
the armor. I mean, these
No, they're
JLTVs
heavy.
are big.
Right.
You see them on semi trucks all across the country. They're huge.
Yeah.
So how effective and how long are these batteries going to last? Oh man, we're almost to the objective.
And not to
our
mention all the
battery
weather
dies.
considerations.
Also, can
too,
you
right?
can you swap those batteries out in the field?
How about in the reserve land where
once every 30 days?
you take a look at did PMC has the bat? Did we charge this thing? Yeah, we didn't plug it in.
It's got to be on a trickle charge.
Son of a bitch.
Circle X. Circle X.
Combat
Oh,
readiness.
my God.
No. No go at this station.
Good to go to give them to the Marines.
Yeah.
which is crazy because the Marine reserves by us have a lot better shit than we do. It's so nuts.
That's because they're reserves.
Yeah, it's because of the reserves.
Well, no Marine reserves though. It's like I just thought.
Because they don't have every day to fuck the equipment.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy.
We got rid of our trucks when they had like 40,000 miles, and we got them when we had when they had 20,000 miles on them from the Navy. So we would only drive them for 20,000 miles, and they would be basically garbage.
I used to just steal them from the Army whenever I needed to a Humvee for whatever.
Good
They have the best shit.
Well, no, they would
Better.
They wouldn't lock them, and they would leave them like right next to where we live. So it was like, oh, cool, I'm gonna go to the PX.
Any thoughts on this, sir?
I don't want to hear that.
I'm out.
All my Humvees stolen.
That's
I
why
think
there's a
all
lock.
his are going to be locked up from now
That's
on.
a big flipple, and I don't want to.
It was going to be returned. He just needed tornadoes and a Mountain Dew.
First of all, I did return it all the time, but I didn't want to walk to the internet center.
It reminds me like when he first came to the unit, I just see him signing everything. I'm like, man, that job's gotta fucking suck. So I'm like,
I didn't think I was going to come on here and talk about property and stuff like that. Getting a little bit of anxiety here. What are you drinking over there?
yeah, would you like some bourbon? Just put a little in the coffee.
Can you make a little
want
an
spice?
Irish?
I can spice you up a little.
Need to top
Hold on,
off
black
here.
that out, black that out.
There you go.
I don't want to talk about.
The more?
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't want to talk
That's
about
good.
it yet.
All right, there we go.
We'll give you a good 15, 20 minutes for that to kick in, and then you'll be fine.
All right, it's time for the smoke pit.
Every time I get drunk, I just get fired up about property. I really want to talk about.
You too?
Oh, good shit. There we go.
Hey,
Ooh,
so Lancey,
IDF.
you were asking like how long this thing can go. So it's 115 kilowatts for the battery, and it can last
I don't know what that
around.
means.
Yeah,
I
break
wasn't
it down
done.
Marine style for me.
It goes this far.
It can last 30 minutes of all electric operation in silent drive,
That's actually impressive.
So 30 minutes,
All electric.
all electric.
and then
I mean,
in
think-
30 minutes it
what-
can charge the battery again fully.
That's a pretty good thing.
I mean,
Enough
you
time to sneak up on Terry Taliban or
Yeah,
whoever.
when you think about it, 30 minutes, I mean, that's for pushing that size of a vehicle.
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
That's not too bad.
Also,
There's a lot of-
silent operation for 30 minutes is easily enough time to get in and get out.
And that's,
Absolutely.
Is that able to run like all the equipment that's going there? Because there's screens
Yes.
galore. Wow, so
That's
like,
running at full
God.
capacity. Can run for 30 minutes.
Like I don't want to give away secrets in there, but there's a lot of cool shit inside this.
There's
thing,
video
so-
games that
give
they
away
play.
the secrets.
No, I can't.
Ali the OPSEC otter
Yeah.
will be very mad.
Really can't.
It's got a giant Tesla screen in it that you
Yeah.
can play
Yeah, you can play-
Asteroid on.
Yeah, that's right. And Tetris.
Can we
pretty
borrow?
badass.
Can we borrow one to go Baja in it?
I mean, it's not that.
Well, it's amazing that all these lower enlisted were on the design board. We have coffee cups.
This is where the Xbox goes.
I mean, afterwards we could just take a
Plug in a Nintendo
field,
Switch.
We could go a field trip up to the unit and fuck around in the parking lot.
Ooh, field trips.
Hey.
It'd be fun.
So,
All right.
after that Oshkosh news,
What do we got next?
the next one, our favorite thing, the TikToks. IDF soldiers sentenced to prison for TikTok video along the Gaza Strip. So I wonder if they have a TikTok ban just like we do, even though all the recruiters use TikTok. Right.
I thought you were going to say they imprisoned the entire Gaza Strip. I was like, whoa.
Oh, that's
Isn't it already pretty much a prison?
Yeah, well.
Is he shooting over the wall?
Yeah.
He was like, I didn't know we were going to start talking geopolitical.
Illegal fence line shooting.
You stupid bastard.
An Israeli Defense Forces conscript has been sentenced to 10 days in a military prison after he acted irresponsibly in hopes of getting some attention on the TikToks. In what seems to be another example of how military personnel and Chinese social media platforms don't mix, the soldier was punished for filming himself firing into Palestinian territory along the Gaza Strip.
Do not video or photo yourself doing shit you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Although the good thing about this is that IDF commanders were quick to punish the soldier. Now, if things were on the opposite side, there'd probably be medals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
Fair enough.
I mean, if there's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at least they punished him and they held him out to account. you know?
Yeah. So the soldier's behavior in the video does not conform with the norms expected of soldiers and commanders, the IDF said in a statement. According to the Times of Israel, no one appeared to be in the soldier's line of fire, but it is unknown where the fired 5.56 projectiles landed.
His mirror engaged.
I think we could employ some satellites to find out where that round went.
For sure.
Ahmed's fucking head.
I mean, he was just celebrating New Year's Eve, right?
Right?
Do you have the video of it all?
Yeah, I do. I'll have
think
to
so,
screw
sure.
around to try and get the volume low though.
If you could
Don't worry about the
figure
volume. Just kill
out,
volume. We don't need volume.
can you figure out the trajectory of that round so that we can solve
Play
this
it.
mystery?
Put it up on the screen.
When they send me to Master Gunnery School, I will.
That sounds
Yes.
suspiciously like trigonometry.
Yeah.
Hey,
We
good
don't-
soundtrack.
No, we
He's
don't-
supposed
we
to
don't want
shoot
the
it
audio on that.
straight up in the air.
It's just
What an
Haji shit
idiot.
playing. Whatever.
That looks like something out of
Boots.
Don't mess with the
There's
Zohan.
boots.
Black
Kinda-
boots.
New guys.
Well, that's kind of giving off the next one. All right, who wants the next one?
I'll take this. I'll take this one. A British soldier reportedly tried to get high off shoe polish. He started a barracks fire instead.
Oh, I can't hold it
Oh,
together.
I love it.
Are you sure this wasn't a Marine on 29 Palms?
I just want to get
See, I still grew up on Kiwi on the boots, man, so I get it, man.
Just look at his rank.
Lance Corporal.
Lance Corporal.
Well, Brasso was my jammy jam. All right. Anyway, the United Kingdom is home to the latest edition of Barracks Shenanigans. A British Army soldier was booted from the military after he got stoned on boot polish and accidentally set fire to his barracks. Multiple British news outlets have reported. Lance Corporal David Thomas was in a common room at the Tidworth camp, a military base in Wiltshire, England. Jesus Christ, Brenton, get your names together.
Isn't that where Thomas the Train lives?
Ooh,
It
choo
might
choo.
be.
When the incident happened.
His commander, Sir Topham Hatt.
Okay. Anyway, he lit it inside the tin and became disoriented, and the shoe polish fell to the floor. Prosecutor Major John Griffiths told the British military court. Lance Corporal Thomas then went upstairs and didn't report the fire.
Fuck this.
Wasn't me.
Duh.
Monday, it's someone else's problem.
I'm out.
Safety brief.
Fuck it.
Oh, God. School circle. All right. Anyway, the burning shoe polish eventually set fire to a sofa, caused roughly $2,200 in damage before being put out by several of Thomas's squad mates.
You know what? Guilty.
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 Yep.
Okay. Judge Alistair McGregor, I think that's right. Anyway,
McGregor, yeah.
noted that Thomas must have been in a troubled state of mind
Would it hurt to do an accent for you for
when
once?
he decided to huff shoe polish fumes.
I don't troubled state of mind, you know?
Because
That's
I'm not
more
I'm
Australian.
not
Shit. All right.
I'm
let me
not
do
fucking
it.
Cockney, man.
Let me do more proper. It's Judge Alistair McGregor, troubled state of mind, like that. Can you do that a little bit?
Then why didn't you read it?
I don't know. I'm drunk.
Answer for everything.
9 in the morning.
Yeah, I know we record a little early today. It's rough. It's all a blur on this screen right now. Can't see a thing.
Anyway, aside from being dismissed from the Army, Thomas was ordered to pay back the cost of the sofa and serve 18 months of probation. God, what a
That's
tragedy.
about how long it's going to pay back. Take to pay that back on.
Especially on
Lance-
their wages. The
Lance
Brits
Corporal
get
pay.
paid shit. Anyway,
This is a sofa in the barracks, though, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
How much is it really, like, worth? You know?
well,
I mean,
They
I
got
don't know.
some
The
nice
casting couch
sofas.
goes
so
for
the,
a lot.
the government quoted $2,200, and I have a hunch it's because some military contractor got a $50 sofa and then sold it to them for $3,000.
You know it's $100 IKEA couch.
And there's jizz all over it. It's
Hey, you
jizz.
know
the
what? There are
spunked
plenty
up.
of children that were conceived on that couch.
Oh, the cum stains galore.
I don't think male soldiers can conceive children, Jones.
Not with that attitude.
Not in this day and age, Pete.
Poo babies. All right.
All right, that's a steep price to pay for one Lance Corporal, especially one whose defense attorney described as having little more than 10 pounds sterling. That's $13.55 to his name.
Wow.
That was very British. The sterling.
Yeah, the sterling part. That was nice.
Well,
nice
I
little
like
touch
that.
on that.
Nice touch.
I appreciate
10
the
pound sterling.
Very good.
10 pounds sterling.
Very good.
I think it's getting time.
Oh, we got
It's
throwback.
for the throwback.
It is a
I
throwback.
think OG should take care
Oh,
of this
no,
one.
this one's all me.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
gotta
all
be-
you?
It's
All
gotta
that
be because
sausage.
it's
A lot of sausages.
Yeah.
There you
All right,
go.
here we go.
How a sausage-filled plane crash wiped out 16 Soviet admirals.
They have a navy big enough for 16 admirals?
I don't
They
know.
used to.
Yeah.
But they're sausage.
Delicious.
In February 1981, the deadly trip started as a triumph. The senior-most brass in the Soviet Navy had assessed all the geographic commands during exercises and determined that the Pacific Fleet, a strategically vital entity, was the best-performing part of the Red Fleet. The senior leadership was invited to Leningrad to be honored and to go grocery shopping. Yes, really.
Yeah.
Well-
Unlike in the U.S. market economy, access to consumer goods in the USSR was a function of both ability to pay and access to goods and access to the black market. This would be a rare chance to get gifts, good food, fashionable clothes, perfume, and more. The visit to Leningrad went fine, and the officers headed back to Pushkin Airfield on February 7, 1981, with hundreds of pounds of sausage, cheese, and other goods.
They made that much money in the Soviet Union?
Well, it's all about the hustle, right?
It cost $14.
Yeah. Right. All of these purchases were supposed to be packed onto the same Tupolev Tu-104 airliner that had taken the brass to Leningrad. The Tu-104 was an unreliable aircraft in the best of conditions, let alone when improperly balanced, overloaded, and maintained by conscripts. The plane took off into the snow of a Russian winter. The pilot reportedly used more of the runway to take off than other pilots that day, ascended slowly, and then lost control. The plane suddenly went nose up, banked onto its side, and plummeted to the ground. Witnesses described the banking plane as looking like a cross in the sky. The plane, fully fueled for the long flight across Russia's interior, burst into a massive fireball. Grilled sausage.
That's what I was going to say. Like,
There
all
were
this-
no
the smell.
survivors.
That smell
The
must
smell
have
would
been
have been great.
amazing.
Little bit of...
Sir, were you
jet
on the
food.
range when I was grilling up the sausages and running up to the firing line?
Were you there for that? I don't think he was there for that. I think he left for
I
that.
think you
Or
left.
I don't even know he was there
I
at
think
all.
you guys probably did this after I left or something.
We had to
like
stay
that, but
extra to help out
Yeah.
our sister company out. a
BC
little bit.
was pissed he missed out on sausages.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
pissed
say.
I missed out on
It's so-
sausage.
it was great because Pete was literally running out. Like, I'm out there safetying, and Pete's running out with sausages for me. I'm like, oh, these are great.
Separate mustard, squeeze it out.
Squeeze a mustard in
How,
my mouth.
how much kielbasa did you bring to the
A
range?
lot.
Oh, we brought a lot.
Hold on, OG. Could you do that again with the mustard in your mouth? No, you got to cup it. That's
right here?
right
All
there,
There we
yes.
go. All right.
Make sure you check the oil.
Check the the stick in there.
Ringing the back doorbell. Nearly all of the Pacific's fleet's senior leadership, including 16 admirals and generals and 12 other senior officers, perished instantly. That's why we have rules that you don't fly so many important on the same plane. Oh, whatever.
They learned.
Right?
I don't know if it's the flying the important people. It's all the fucking sausage.
No, I know.
Did this guy never play Microsoft Flight Simulator? I mean,
No, they just now got it.
oh, okay. 93.
It's new technology.
Very nice.
For perspective, the Soviet Navy lost only 4 admirals to military action in World War II and another 6 to non-combat causes. The 1981 crash was a brutal loss for the sea service. Well, fuck them.
Yeah.
The total dead included 44 passengers and 6 crew.
That's still shitty, but whoa.
It's believed that failure to properly stow and secure the goods on the Tu-104's flaws caused the crash.
So the sausage.
Fucking combat cargo
That's
failing
all-
again.
All that sausage.
They put it right in the ass.
He's good.
He's good.
It's
huh?
good, yeah.
Yeah, sausage. All right, interesting one.
That's how we won the Cold War.
Yeah, it's really. And a few years later, it all crumbles.
Right.
We didn't even need defectors. They just killed themselves.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, it's that time of the show.
Mhm.
It's time for the POG Pro.
We salute you.
All right, we have very nice POG Pro here. Who wants to hit this one up here?
I'll do it.
All right, cool.
All right. Navy veteran Dr. Ramon Sestero.
Castero?
I
don't know.
Where's our
Sestero's-
resident Mexican? Do we have one of those
Yeah,
yet?
not yet.
No.
Okay, not yet. That's
We
in
kind
the
of
works.
But
had
you got to
one.
be careful because
He only
sometimes
comes to
those
the
names
range.
are
Yeah.
Filipino.
Oh.
But he doesn't look Filipino. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the most disastrous possibilities
Oh,
for
yeah.
battlefield medics is shrapnel
Yeah.
or projectiles in the abdominal cavity. The complex overlapping of delicate organs make it even more difficult for surgeons. Dr. That guy is a trauma surgeon and professor of trauma surgery at UT San Antonio.
So pretty smart guy.
Really
The-
smart guy.
The Navy veteran has developed a new type of retractor to save lives in this exact scenarios. This being the first new development in this area in nearly 50 years.
Crazy.
Dr. That guy deployed 7 times while in the Navy, 3 of which were to combat. He said during those deployments, it was evident that the equipment we use for surgery downrange has some challenges. It's not clean. We use equipment that's over 100 years old in design. Thus, he began development of a better solution. The newly developed something retractor has already been used to save lives. The first test of the Titan, oh, I like the Titan name way better than that other guy's name.
Yeah, right?
The Titan surgical retractor was a victim of a car crash. Using the CSR, the trauma team were able to open up the abdominal cavity in such a way that the team was able to identify the damage quickly to work in a controlled and open space.
Would it be something like that the gynecologists use? Like no, I mean like legit. Like
throw
I'm
up
just
throw it up there.
like,
By the way, they have an
separate it
image
out.
of like it in
I've-
surgery, and I was eating some Mexican food while I was doing it. Bad idea. I was reading this thing, but yeah, look at this how it works.
I
It
feel
spreads it
like
out.
I've seen this before, though.
Yeah.
Like when they do open heart surgery, they
Right, but
cut
this-
open your, and then they
Yeah,
rip
they break
it apart.
open
yeah,
your
see,
rib
yeah,
cage.
this is one of the ones I saw. Blow that one up. but it just spreads everything out cleanly.
Oh,
though.
okay.
That's the
yeah.
whole point of it.
It's kind of like that whole thing I was talking about, the gynecology duckbill thingy.
Right.
You know.
I don't go to the gyno all that much, so
I don't either. I
I'm
just
not really
watch some really
familiar
weird
with
stuff
that.
on the internets. But
You're into some weird shit there, but
Yeah, you need a psychologist.
which we'll get to in the smoke pit, I guess.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, this is. I was looking at these pictures when I was eating, which threw me off a little bit. But yeah, it's a really kick-ass.
I don't understand how this is going to help get shrapnel out, though. Because
No, it's just you could see better. The whole
Right,
thing is just
right.
to pull everything back
Just
and
to
to
pull
clean
everything
everything
back.
out and give you a nice window into your body.
that
That
looks a little
guy's-
clean. Isn't there more blood normally?
that guy's got some excess.
They wash it
fatty-
out.
Yeah.
He's got some fat growing in there.
Oh, yeah.
That looks like my stomach.
Oh, that looks like my liver.
Yeah.
All right, I got to cut. Never mind. Thank you. I was gonna say a few things. I'm stopping myself right there. All right, hats off to the POG Pro there.
Yeah, thanks, Doc.
Yeah, awesome shit. All right, it's that time of the show. It is time for our
Scumbag moment.
Scumbag Service Members of the Week.
You piece of
All
shit.
Right.
Bags.
All right, who is our first scumbag and who wants our first scumbag up? It's a 4-pager.
Shouldn't
PD.
we give it to the scumbag or?
Whoa, really?
Which one?
All right, scumbag number 1, Derek Robert Ham, not to be confused with Lieutenant Commander Ham on
Burglar.
Jag.
Oh, Jack? All right.
No, that was Harm.
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 Oh well, I failed.
You were close.
All right, Derek Robert Ham, who looks like he's smuggling a fucking ham, 38, regaled potential investors with claims of being a successful oilman, the nephew of a billionaire oil tycoon, and of being a decorated Special Operations Forces war hero from the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Navy
The
SEAL,
beard
Army
gave him too much
Ranger.
confidence.
Stolen Vela.
The Delta Sniper Green Beret. He also purportedly claimed his own oil wells and had been awarded a Distinguished Service Cross for actions while deployed in the Middle East. But guess what? None of that is true.
So he's not MacGruber?
If Rippin' Throats gets that warhead back, I'll suck as many dicks as rip as many throats as I have to.
All right, so he's not MacGruber.
Not MacGruber.
We established that. Okay, go on.
Instead, Ham was a failing oil businessman whose first company, Oilfield Goods and Services, has been shut down for tax reasons. His second oil company, Continental Instruments, has seen its charter revoked by the state of Texas in 2018. The 33-count indictment against Ham also alleges that in addition to these claims of success and power in the oil industry, Ham lied about being a war hero in order to solidify investors' confidence in him. Stolen valor.
See, it's all right to lie about what you did in the military to get you laid, but it's really not all right to defraud investors like that.
Of course,
Yeah.
he was a guard guy. Unbelievable.
While Ham did in fact enlist in the Indiana National Guard in 2001,
Should have
and
unionized.
right,
All right.
he did deploy to Iraq with headquarters in Headquarters Company 1st Battalion 152nd Infantry between 2003 and 2004. Courts documents show he was not the Special Operations war hero he allegedly portrayed himself to be.
No.
According to court documents, the guardsman allegedly claimed that he was a 2003 West Point graduate.
Oh,
Sir,
hey.
sir,
Sir.
this is your classmate.
I did not go to West Point.
Who had spent 10 years in the Army serving multiple tours in Iraq, Afghanistan, and other Middle East countries. Court documents allege that Ham also claimed having received a Silver Star, Bronze Star, Purple Heart, in addition to the Distinguished Service Cross.
He should have just thrown a Medal of Honor on there and just gotten the whole trifecta.
Right?
Should have.
Ham's actual service record, according to the indictment, shows he had instead received the non-valor-related awards for the Iraq Campaign Medal, Combat Infantry Badge, Army Service Ribbon, and the GWAT Service Medal.
some handies out there.
Yeah.
G-Watt.
G-Watts.
Ham also allegedly made claims that he was a master airborne soldier with
Master-
258
Wait, is that
combat
actual-
jumps.
Is that a real
No
thing?
mustard stain on that jump wing. The
We
whole
haven't-
fucking thing is yellow.
We haven't done combat jumps in 50 fucking years.
But
Well,
to have
we actually have one that happened in Iraq.
Yeah, that was
but
173.
200
One time the
and
Rangers jumped in.
58 combat jumps.
Even though the airfield was actually secured and didn't necessitate the use of a combat jump, it's still legit. Whatever.
Really?
Oh, yeah, that was when Force Recon secured the
How
airfield
many
in
did
Iraq.
DJ have?
How many jumps?
Yeah.
I think it was under 50.
Oh, okay. That
Combat
motherfucker
jumps, though.
Oh, no
yeah.
jump. No combat
That's what I'm
jump.
saying.
He's got 200
Combat jumps.
258 jumps and he can still
In
walk.
Combat. Yeah, that's
You
insane.
said combat jumps.
That's what I'm saying. Is like I'm just doing a guy that was
Just
doing jumps. And he's
airborne.
only at 50. And
Yeah.
that's a few
Right.
years of doing it. So 258. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're soft, right? You
Right,
right. I guess when you're soft, you're jumping out every fucking day.
I mean, I don't know
Operator
why
as
he
fuck.
didn't throw in a few Halo jumps just for good measure.
Boom.
Yeah.
36,000
Hey-ho.
feet.
What do you want for Christmas, little boy?
Ranger tab, motherfucker.
Through these claims, Ham was allegedly able to create an extensive network that led him to investors that he convinced to fund plans related to the oil and gas drilling industry. Instead, the indictment shows Ham used nearly $1.7 million in defrauded funds on expensive personal gifts, including nearly $500,000 on jewelry. He got a bedazzled jump wing and vehicles for himself and his family.
Okay, vehicles, yeah.
We need to take a page from his playbook on this one.
No,
no, I get.
I'm not going to jail. No,
I don't mind jail.
But
Why not just be an island boy?
is a new thing now.
$500,000 on jewelry?
hell yeah, man. He got a grill. For these claims and the benefits that stemmed from them, Ham was charged with 31 counts of wire fraud, money laundering, and using a fraudulent military discharge certificate after falsifying a DD-214 to reflect service in the special operations field.
That's a
First of all, what investor wants to see your DD-214?
All of them. No,
yeah. Soft. Check it out.
Right there. It says it right there.
Yeah.
Boom. There.
Fucking badass.
it's like a watermark. Soft.
You mean my beard isn't enough to just kind of qualify me for special
That was
ops?
pretty badass.
No, it's the beard and the 511 tactical pants.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Why-
a polo shirt.
Why are you wearing the boots?
Yeah, marauders.
Okay, he's cool. I'm just making sure.
Those charges also include violating the Stolen Valor Act of 2013, which makes it illegal to fraudulently wear medals, embellish ranks, or service records as they relate to combat, or to make false claims of service in order to obtain money, property, employment, or other tangible benefits.
And that's the kicker, and that's
Wait a
the
minute,
only
hold
reason
on.
I want to take a page from his book.
So the Stolen Valor Act is you basically can't stolen valor for monetary gain.
Right, you
Correct.
can stolen valor as like pretend
You
and
can
like
just be like,
you know,
I
You
am
can
an
walk around like
admiral,
Gaddafi with all this fucking
8-star
little things.
general.
right,
Like, hello,
but you
hello.
can't make money off of it.
But you can't make money off it.
Which
Okay.
leads to me to charge all those homeless guys that are always saying, "Hey, I'm a vet," and I know they're not a vet because when you engage them in conversation,
They don't know shit.
I was in the 1st Infantry Division in the Marine Corps in the 80s. Like,
it's
dude,
what?
that's like two separate things, bro.
yeah. I was in the
just give me 10
100.
bucks.
I was in the 130th Corps. What? We can't afford that many corps.
I got the Silver Star case on in 1978.
Right. The 170th Motorized Brigade in Atropia.
I just hand them a VA card and go, "Hey, go to the VA.
Right.
They'll take care of you."
Yep, I do the same.
So then, continuing on, in addition to his alleged fraud scheme, Ham was additionally indicted on 2 counts of being a fat ass and a felon in possession of firearms and ammunition after he was convicted in 2020 for theft of property in Smith County, making him a felon and therefore prohibited by federal law from owning or possessing ammunition or firearms. Ham was also prohibited from owning firearms and ammunition after a 2005 conviction for assaulting a family member. Of course you would.
Oh, jeez.
For the 33rd charges for the 33 charges against them, Ham faces up to 20 years in federal prison if convicted. And you guys know how I feel about stolen valor.
There you go.
Guilty.
There it is.
Fuck that guy.
Guilty.
Twice.
All right.
Jesus.
All right,
That guy just couldn't quit, could he?
Right.
He got so caught up in his lies, he had to keep going.
Operator as fuck.
Yeah.
All right, who's taking the next scumbag?
Whoever wants it.
Sounds like you claimed it.
I got it.
I got it.
Army
Specialist.
SPC. What does that mean? Special?
Specialist.
She's
yeah.
a special, unique
Yes,
Weathers.
that's the free
Oh,
E4
That's her
ranking.
name. Her name's unique.
Her name is unique.
With a Y.
She Miracle.
Oh, my God, it is.
A woman charged with murder in the death of 21-year-old D. Erica Fisher in Horry County is an active duty soldier stationed in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Unique Weathers, 22, is an Army specialist assigned with the 503rd Military Police Battalion. Obviously,
Copper.
wow, she fucking sucks. 16th
double
Military
scumbag
Police
there.
Brigade, Fort Bragg spokesman Matt Visor confirmed. Weathers is accused of shooting Fisher multiple times in a field near the intersection of Pine Needle Drive and Highway 9 in the Longs area, according to Horry County police reports.
I love this county.
I read that as
Very
horny.
Yeah, horny.
Horry County, yes.
Hoary. It's very hoary.
Horry County police went to a reported shooting. On scene, an officer was walking along the edge of a canal and into a field when he heard a gunshot. Police found Weathers with a weapon that was reportedly found in the field, and they instructed her to drop the weapon. Weathers is being held without bond at a detention center in Horry County and is charged with murder and possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime.
I just love that every time I look
God.
up and I see the commander right there, it's kind of like that meme, like, I'm never going to financially recover from this. Except his career's on his mind. You know? It's like, Jesus, what did I get myself into?
Why did I come on this?
I feel like the
retarded show?
charge of murder isn't like murder enough, or do they have to tack on the possession of weapons?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
it's like throwing spaghetti on the wall. Throw everything and see what sticks.
It's the
literally-
general article in the NJP.
yeah.
And how did she get away with that hair? Is that a waiver in the army, or
No,
how does
they
that work?
changed stuff.
Oh, they
now
changed
for-
stuff now. Army,
yeah.
you could go
to be more
wherever you want.
ethnic friendly.
No, it's
and
not
encompassing.
It's wild
right?
out and like.
Honestly, this name sounds like
She
it's
still
from a
has to
Key
wear
and
it,
Peele
like-
skit.
Yeah, that's
It
right.
still has to be well kept.
Well
It's just
kept.
And fit
probably
under a
because she's
hat.
been in a.
Right.
I'm
Well,
actually
so-
dreadlocks.
I'm actually glad they. No, actually, did he allow dreads now?
I believe they do.
Is it dreads? Do you know?
You have to watch the slideshow.
I'm gonna
I don't
need you to
remember.
report back to me on
I'm
that.
gonna get some dreads.
Yeah.
If that's the
Do
shit.
it.
I'm gonna start twisting
You're
my
gonna
hair.
be a real island boy then.
No,
That's actually what I was going for. 'Cause I'm an island boy.
So they don't even need a waiver then. The Island Boys could just sign up.
how big of an ACH do you need for that?
No, you gotta pull it back. You gotta put it in a bun, not a bun, but a pony. You can put it in a bun, like a man bun type thing.
Man bun.
I'm
All
all
right.
about it.
All right,
right.
whatever. We'll
Is that
buy
a
it.
lo- is that
So
allowed?
is she guilty or not?
Yep.
Guilty.
Why not?
Yeah.
In our opinion, remember, innocent till proven guilty.
Pretty much
So
got
just
caught
not on this
red-handed.
show.
You're
Just have
done
to throw
fucked
it.
up, AA Ron.
Legally, gotta put
AA
one out there.
Ron.
All right, it is time. We only got one of them, and I don't have a picture of, but it's time to catch a service member. All right. Hey, what are you doing here? All right. Who wants the
I might as well get it.
What a
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Oh, it's a Navy guy this time.
I'll do it.
Oh, go ahead.
To catch a service member, Navy vet Matthew Boyd, Michigan man, admitted last week to sexually assaulting a then 12-year-old girl in 2009 when he was a sailor stationed at Portsmouth Naval Shipyard in Kittery. Matthew Boyd, 33, of Warren, a Detroit suburb, pled guilty to 2 counts of sexual abuse of a minor.
Halt. Guilty.
Done. All right.
Come on, Detroit. We can do better.
No, they can't.
No.
Boyd was 20 on active duty in the U.S. Navy when he began communicating with the victim who lived in Texas over the social networking site MySpace.
When was this? 2009?
2009. It was
came
still
in
a thing then.
2009, but it just this is.
It's coming back, man. Tom gave us everything and asked for nothing.
Tom was
Yep.
always in my top
He was
10.
all of our friends.
Yeah, I miss him.
In August,
God, you're old.
In August 2009, the girl's mother gave her permission to visit Boyd in Maine. Jesus Christ!
What?
Can
Yeah,
we go after
so-
the
yeah,
mom for
pause.
this shit
Yeah,
too?
pause.
This is
I-
ridiculous.
Mother of the year.
Come on.
Jesus. He picked the victim up at Logan International Airport in Boston, took her to the base hotel where he stayed for a week. During that time, Boyd sexually abused the girl.
Oh, my
At
God.
one point during the visit, he gave her a Plan B or morning after pill to ensure she had not become pregnant. Holy fuck,
So
dude.
messed up, right?
What goes through a parent's brain when they go, "Oh, you want to go visit a 20-year-old man and you're 12?" Yeah, that sounds about right.
I don't know.
I mean, how can she not
Who sends
be
a
held
12-year-old
liable?
out anywhere like that? Like
Yeah,
across
and it's
country?
from Texas, not West Virginia.
Yeah.
Wow.
going.
Scumbags all around.
The sexual abuse came to light in 2020 after the victim reported it. The Naval Criminal Investigative Service tapped a phone call.
Taped, you fucking retard.
It's the font.
Jesus.
I'm not retarded. I'm just
No,
slow.
it's not fun. I read it just fine.
That
Everyone's
was
reading
violent.
Yeah, then why aren't you
The
reading it?
whiskey.
I thought it was tepid.
Yeah. All right. The service tapped a phone call.
Taped. You making the tape?
Start over. Start over. Read the whole thing over again.
Hooks on phonics, man.
teach me the podcast?
Marine Corps edition.
Anyway, taped a phone call the victim made to Boyd. Now married with a daughter, in which he told the victim that his behavior was inappropriate. But I had sex with you, he said, according to a portion of a transcript of the call included in a court document. You were 12, I was 20, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have known better, but I didn't. I didn't
Appropriate.
appropriate the judgment. Jesus Christ.
You can do it. We
You
believe
got-
in you.
Yeah.
Why do you guys do this
the
to him?
judgment of-
You have to screen these articles first before you
Like,
hand it off to the Marine to read.
well,
But this
how about
is-
the other Marine that's actually reading it off just fine over there,
He's
right?
smarter.
He's infantry. You're a fucking mechanic.
That difference.
Manuals. You got to
I
read
had-
a lot. Well, you
That's
didn't
why
read
her
it.
shit don't
Have
work.
you read a military manual?
Yeah.
I'm kind
they're
of glad the
horrible.
Marines got rid of tanks if we got idiots like this running them.
Oh, fight words.
Fuck fucking infantry over here
Listen here, Crunchy.
has got you just fine. You can't appropriate? Come on, Jesus.
It doesn't. Okay, all right. I didn't appropriate the judgment that I should have.
Don't
Does that
matter
make
how
sense?
it makes
All right,
sense.
all
That's what he said. It's literally a quote from his thing.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Then he speaks like an idiot. All right,
Oh.
and that's what's tripping me up. So fuck you, ball.
All right, keep going.
And it's cost you apparently quite a lot over the years.
I bet.
Boyd remains free on bail. He
Of
faces
course,
up
of
to
course.
15 years in federal prison and a fine of up to $250,000. Boyd also could be ordered to pay restitution to the victim for counseling.
All right, so mother should be charged too as self-appointed district attorney of all of U.S. Guilty. And then what's it called? This guy, remember our Semper Hooah policy for scumbag, kitty diddlers and stuff like that. Send them to us and we'll take care of them. There's an alley and
So I got a question for you.
some
So
black hoodies and unregistered vehicles.
for
and we'll take care
smarter
of
people in the room than me.
Yes.
So this guy did this while he was on active duty, correct?
it. Yes.
So he's being charged in a criminal court, correct?
Correct.
Federal.
Because the
But is he-
civilian stuff, all the civilian criminal procedures supersede will take precedence. Once he's completed the civilian portion of it, then the military shit will kick in.
So even though he's out, but because it happened while he was in, he still is under the UCMJ guidelines.
I believe so.
Yes,
That's
he can
correct.
get pulled back in so that they can do criminal charges against him, take away his rank, his benefits,
Right,
and
his
bust
discharge.
him down to E whatever.
Sir, remember this for safety briefings.
Yeah, I know this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they did the
they brought him
criminal
back
shit.
in.
Yeah.
and charged him back. He fucked his daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a
sick.
zero tolerance policy here at Semper Hooah for kitty
No, I know.
diddlers.
I get to you can see your look on your face. Like you only bring it up because, and I hate doing it. being
We
a
have to
father myself,
highlight to put an end to fucking kitty diddling in the military.
or we just
In the
love
world.
putting these
Well,
assholes.
I mean,
out
you know what I'm
there.
saying? But
Our
definitely in the
area of
military.
influence would be the military, right? So,
Correct.
I mean,
It
that's where we
disgusts
start.
us, and it's hard to talk about. But man, whew.
I think we just need a larger pool of barracks rats. You know?
Yeah.
Because this would stop guys going away from the barracks, and we could just have prostitutes in the barracks.
Just make it an MLS.
I mean, do you think...
Make it an MOS.
I was saying that same shit when I was in.
It's already called
my God.
MWR. But
Morale
no,
specialist.
no, I mean, that's an interesting concept because throughout history, right, the use of prostitution and all that has been used in order to, relieve, if you will, certain of those things.
Well,
And,
yeah.
I mean, if it's a contractual thing and legitimizing sex workers and making sure everybody's healthy
That's
and
fine, yeah,
all
but
that.
that's not gonna get rid of like pedophiles.
I'm going to make it clear,
Yeah.
not 12-years-olds.
Right. No.
Hey,
Everybody
don't-
has to be of
You
age.
can't.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't give me this bullshit that's gonna stop a pedophile, as they call in good old UK.
Yeah.
It's like, no. I mean, I get it. Like, yeah, you legalize prostitution. I'm okay with that.
But only
'cause-
in the barracks.
well,
And only in the top floor.
Why? Is that where you lived?
Yes.
Of course.
yeah. This whole thing with pedophiles.
My ceiling tiles are leaking.
Anyway,
They couldn't put us on the top
all
floor
right,
because too many
I'm
people
done talking
jumped
about
off
it.
the barracks.
Yeah.
But before we
It's,
jump on to the next thing,
yeah, what's up?
since we're still on Navy.
Oh, yeah.
So Lancey, you had the thing about the
Oh, no.
stripe, the color of the stripes, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's actually due to good conduct. So those with 12 years of good conduct get gold stripes. Those with any kind of negative counselings get red stripes.
Oh, so
I told you guys.
12
So that's
years
what
of good
so
cookies.
So it was. So it's legit though.
So
It's
all
legit.
those guys are
Yeah.
fucked.
You didn't believe me?
Oh, no, 2 of them are.
No, I believe, because there's rumors of like, well, I thought I had a job thing.
That was
I know I
rescinded back
should.
in 2019.
This is why we have a
So what's the
Jamie.
new policy? Like, everybody gets a good cookie?
New policy is that gold ranks just go to company
Everybody.
leadership.
Oh, remember how it
That
was like
makes
when we had the
sense.
green tabs on our
Company
epaulets?
leadership, huh?
Well,
Makes
OG.
sense.
It's kind of like, remember when we had the leadership, the green tabs on our epaulets?
Yes.
For those, yeah, I think
Yes,
that's
yes.
kind
I
of what
remember
they're doing.
Okay.
Whatever.
All
Just more
right.
shit to buy at the PX.
Next.
All right.
Captain Remy here gave us a great movie for our military movie review.
So
All right.
Americana.
I mean, if you haven't seen this movie, you're probably pretty young.
Or
you're-
live in Tajikistan.
Or
Yeah.
you're under a rock, man.
Yeah. He gave us the great movie that made like a bunch of great shows afterwards.
Right.
Standard for movies, military movies at all here.
It's set the standard.
Saving Private Ryan, 1998. All right, I'm going to give you IMDb's. Let's see if it's bullshit or not. Following the Normandy landings, a group of U.S. soldiers go behind enemy lines to retrieve a paratrooper whose brothers have been killed in action. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. Pretty accurate.
IMDb
Six
got
out.
it right there.
Done.
All right. We've got the Speaking of child molesters, no, I'm just kidding. Tom Hanks is in here.
Wow.
I don't know. I was joking.
Hey, Tom.
He's a national treasure.
He is a national as Captain Miller.
Was he accused of anything? Is
Except
that what
Epstein's
it's
plane.
I think he escaped to Greece
Was he
before
on the
could.
plane?
Supposedly.
I don't know. Let's not tarnish his name here.
Yeah.
Island Boys?
He's anyway. That works with. That's so funny. It
works with everything.
All right, Matt.
That's the theme of the show today.
Matt Damon as Private Ryan. All right. Tom Sizemore, which one of my favorite actors from the '90s, as Sergeant Horvath. I never even know his name. I just never.
Yeah.
They never say this.
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Yeah, they say it a lot.
I remember what was his first name though, because he said his first name.
Mike.
Mike.
Yep.
See, I remember hearing Mike more than anything else.
Yeah,
All right.
at the end of the movie.
Actually, one of my favorite characters in this too is Edward Burns as Private Ryman.
Yes, I dug him
He
too.
doesn't. I wish he was in more movies. He's a really good actor.
He did a lot of stuff in like the early 2000s, and he just kind of like.
I think
fell
he's
off
a
the map.
big time like director. I think he
he
directs
does a lot
things
of
now.
behind the scenes stuff.
maybe,
but he's a
okay.
really good actor.
Yeah, he's
you know?
really gone to the other side though.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Southern actors on this one was Barry Pepper, Private Jackson.
Also, thank
The
God he was
sniper.
in a good movie besides Battlefield Earth.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, what is the NB? It's this, and I haven't seen him in shit in a long time.
He was in Battlefield Earth. There was
Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan, of course.
And that's it. That's all.
No,
I got.
there's another fucking movie I want to say. And,
I always get him confused with Matthew McConaughey.
yeah, because he's
Big
got a very
difference.
He's got that
similar.
look.
Big.
Yeah.
It's the.
Yeah,
I mean, I get the all right, but you know.
Yeah.
He's got that V-notch face.
Okay.
the chiseled, rugged,
I don't know.
manly
He's a lot
good looks.
chiseled.
thinner. He's not.
He's no commander.
It's a weird way of talking about meth.
Yeah,
McConaughey's more.
those
this
two
is-
guys look gaunt a little bit. You know,
Right.
the-
Yeah.
Can you stop using big words? You're confusing me.
Gaunt is not a big word.
It is for me.
They didn't have their protein shake.
one syllable.
All right. Hebrew Hammer, Adam Goldberg as Private Mellish. Let's see. He was the Hebrew
was
Hammer.
the Hebrew Hammer.
That
I
was
know,
a
that's
great
why I
role.
laughed.
Every
Hebrew
Jewish guy in my
Hammer.
unit got a copy of that for Hanukkah one year.
Thank God he was only for a few minutes. Vin Diesel as Fivek Carpazzo or Carpazzi. I never. Whatever. Caparzo.
Hey.
It reminds me of my cousin. That's why you're fucking dead.
Niece.
Anyway, next fucking guy. You know, I mean, he was typical moron private in that movie. We'll get into that in a second. Once again, if you haven't seen it. Giovanni
Ribisi.
Ribisi. Yeah. As Wade, the medic. Really great. Like, throughout the whole movie, man. Well,
Yeah.
well, not the whole movie, but you know,
Yeah.
he was great.
Yeah.
I really liked him. Oh, here he is. Jeremy Davies as Corporal Upham.
Fuck that guy.
This fucking
Oh,
cowardly little
man.
fuck piece of shit.
I don't think he's been in anything else because nobody can stand his face.
No, no. He was in something. Can you look it up? He was something stupid.
You guys feel about him like I feel about
He was
Michael
in
Pena. Translator.
He was in Solaris and Secretary.
Than you were once.
Oh, okay. All right,
I
two
hate
movies
that
I
guy.
haven't
He was
seen.
in Twister.
Yeah, he was in Twister.
Oh yeah, he probably died.
Was he one of the guys driving the truck?
That's-
Anyway.
Ted Danson for a couple seconds there.
Hey.
Yeah, there's a lot
He was in
more.
Supergirl?
Yeah. So then there's also Dennis Farina, Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti was great in it.
What's his nuts? That was also in 13 Hours. Martini.
Max Martini was in it,
Max
yeah.
Martini.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in it. Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
Was it? Was
For
he do a
you
bunch of-
Firefly fans out there.
Also, if you're into what's that? Did he do a bunch of stuff for Hallmark too? I guess.
Who?
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, he probably does.
It's a bunch of Hallmark shit.
Yeah,
I don't
because the guy doesn't age.
know. I don't know. My wife double clicks for most of that shit. So anyway,
He is
All
a
right,
handsome man, and his voice
he
is
is.
like smooth velvet in your ears.
Let's get your notes on the movie, baby.
All right, notes. I didn't have a whole lot of notes on this one just because
Everyone's seen it. and we
Yeah,
showed
everyone's
it.
seen it,
But
so-
we'll get the good stuff on it.
I think this has got one of the best intros ever with the D-Day landings,
Hell yeah.
hands down.
Yes.
Right.
That the D-Day. I mean, let's get my book up here for because I love the. Well, it's sad to say you love this thing like the.
No, but the
invasion.
artistry that Steven Spielberg really, gave to the viewer is just really remarkable. You know,
Yeah.
and the story, I guess, behind that is Steven Spielberg was shown a couple, just 2 or 3 black and white Polaroid photos of the seizing of the beachheads, and he made this 20-minute scene of this movie, and it's so powerful. Like one of the best intros, I think. Really, just not military movies, but just movies like in general. You know?
It
I'm not a big.
captures the fog of war.
Oh, it
and
does.
just
It's,
everything.
it's such a powerful intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it set the stage for like the whole movie.
It was fantastic.
Yeah. Now multiply that by like 50 or 60, and that's what you got what the Marines did in the Pacific the whole war.
Yeah, but
50 or 60.
Hold on.
Once
I'm
a
gonna
Marine,
have to
always
look
a Marine,
something
man.
up real quick.
what do you got?
I'm pretty sure the Army staged more naval invasions in the Pacific than the Marine Corps
They're
did.
actually
That
Staged,
is so not
staged.
true.
No, they actually ran the statistics,
Well,
right?
we gotta
The
know-
Army had more divisions, took over more islands, and supported more of the Marine Corps' efforts in order to capture more of the
Also,
islands.
I got in this
so.
fight with Scotty before. Who was the general in charge of the Pacific?
Fuck MacArthur.
Army General MacArthur.
Yeah, that
So-
motherfucker. He was a political piece of shit, man.
Okay, settle down. Let's back to the
Anyway.
movie.
Hey, man, you don't want
Sorry,
to
my
nuke
dad and I
China?
got onto a drunken tirade about MacArthur when I was in Arizona.
God damn MacArthur. I like this. I love it. Like this is a problem back from 40. Dude, fucking MacArthur.
Back in my fucking day. Anyway. No, MacArthur was actually trying to campaign for the presidency at the time, which is why he was making a big show about everything in
yeah.
the Pacific. The cinematography for this whole movie was fucking brilliant, like hands down. Like it.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's very drab, the color palette for the entire movie, and it was done that way.
Have you been to France that time of year?
No,
It's-
no.
kinda
But again, that also set the tone for the entire movie too.
did,
And
right.
you could tell it was a conscious choice.
It was
on
very
their
well
part.
done. Yes.
And that's also what they did with Band of Brothers too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have that kind of olive drabby kind of feel to. I mean, is it just because it's like a historical throwback, or is it just really to
I think
paint
it's
the
actually a combo. A little bit.
of
maybe.
the perception of colors not being vibrant because of all the shit that's going on during
deep.
World War
Very
II.
deep. I like that. I like how deep you go with that.
Well,
It
I was-
also has to do with the film that they used. They used a different film. They didn't actually use digital for either of these.
Fucking Polaroids.
It didn't exist.
Well, yeah.
This was 30 years ago. They made
Well,
Just
25.
about, damn.
Yeah, 98. Yeah.
Damn near, yeah.
go on.
Let's see. The depiction of D-Day is probably one of the most iconic scenes in movies.
Yeah, we
Hands
touched
down.
on it already. Hands
yeah.
down the best.
Yeah, and like and even the way he was able to like track all the main characters. Like you saw all the main characters aside from Matt Damon, and
I'm Matt Damon.
you saw all of them in the opening beach landing.
Right. And that whole scene too, by the way, it is like from what the good sir here said. I mean, it is just crazy.
I mean, if that just doesn't get you like, America's throbbing cock of justice hitting that beach right there, right?
They could have
And
done a whole movie just about
but
that.
it's the small
Right.
things like one guy sitting there, like looking at him, all of a sudden gets lit up, and then they start using him as a fucking shield.
Yeah.
it's just
Right.
like
the medics using it as a
well,
shield.
no,
Yeah.
even just like when they're at the what are those little fucking the stupid steel things?
Dragon's Teeth.
the emplacements, yeah.
So like I remember like that it's like the first thing. Like you see that one guy sitting there, I'm like, he seems a little far. I'm like, oh, then he gets fucking clocked. And then all of a sudden they start like turning him a little bit as they're sitting there and like just catch him. But they're still being, it's nuts because like it's hard to describe how they're doing. They're doing it so fucking well. Like
Right.
they've, been doing this whole life.
You know what like always crosses my mind whenever I watch that whole scene is that if we ever get ourselves in a situation where we're fighting like that again,
Jesus, I hope not.
do we have such a high percentage of men or women, to be able to fight the way we fought in World War II,
No,
right?
that's not fucking.
No, they don't have the courage nowadays to just go, hey, this is my service.
with all of us having served and whatever else, right? We've come across different aspects of bravery and whatever else, right?
I don't even think I have the
at this
same-
scale, though, right?
Yeah, but
Or-
and even look at like everyone hitting that beach. The only armor they had was a fucking tin helmet that did shit.
yeah.
And then it also showed that a lot of casualties were from drowning.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because everybody dumped off the side of those freaking
With all that
LCUs
gear.
and just sunk.
Right.
I mean, that's why in the Marines now, when we do beachhead landings, we're very, very like light on our feet. All we have is a couple of things of ammo, and we freaking get up on the beach as fast as possible.
Unless you're in an Amtrak.
Yeah.
All right.
In
keep
that scene, another powerful thing about that scene too is, kind of like the hopelessness of it. They're in a boat, and there's a couple of scenes where it kind of gives you a close up of the captain of Tom Hanks, and you look into his eyes, and he's shaking and stuff like that, trying to drink the water out of the canteen, and then it spans out, and as they, you see the boat, and then the door opens, and they just get lit up. They don't even get a chance to.
There's only one way to go.
Yeah, and sometimes, like you said, they were jumping over the side of the boat, and they weren't even given time to drown.
Yeah.
They were literally being shot underneath the water.
This or that.
It's just like
In that specific scene, what I always laugh about too is the guy taking a big ass fat dip and putting it in. The guy in front of him starts puking,
the first sergeant,
and it's not because of like the swing of the boat. It's probably because of the smell from that nasty dip going in.
Red Man is not that bad.
That was some Copenhagen snuff.
I don't know, man. I get real seasick just watching that scene. I'm like, I
Yeah.
get a little queasy just watching it.
Once again, I chose to eat my dinner when I was watching the beginning too. Like, God, Jeremy, why do I keep doing this? Fucking weak.
I just remember when this movie.
I just picture Arbuck throwing a dip in.
I just remember when this movie came out, there was a lot of World War II veterans that literally could not make it through this first
Yeah.
scene.
Right, yeah.
And they
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
And that's when you go, that's real.
legit.
Like, they really did an amazing job.
My dad's best friend's father, when they asked to take him to go see it, he's like, "No, thanks. I saw it firsthand. I'm good."
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need to repeat that.
Yeah,
I don't have memories of that ever again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. So the fun fact that I've known for years, but like all those military cemeteries that you see over in Europe and during that in any movie or anything like that, like all of those U.S. military cemeteries are actually maintained by the host nations.
Yes. And the ones that actually paid like the most amount are like folks in like Belgium. France actually, believe it or not, as much shit as we talk about the French.
Yep.
The French are amazing caretakers of our military cemeteries.
They fucking better because
Holland too.
Holland, yeah.
Fucking died liberating their country. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, just thinking of it back then, where you couldn't just ship a body home like you can now.
Oh yeah, right.
You know,
Well, there's so many of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you had to.
that was the problem.
You had to bury them there, and then, like, so just think of it. There's many Arlington cemeteries all across Europe because of this war and the one before it.
That's one of the main reasons why a lot of veterans go to Europe is just to see the cemeteries.
Did they just do like the whole airborne thing again too, like the last anniversary?
Yep. The 75th anniversary of Normandy.
Yeah, the boys
Have
flew
any
over.
of you seen the stained glass window at St. Mary It's actually just a stained glass window of airborne paratroopers.
Yep.
No, blow it up.
Yeah, pull that up. Whoa,
Yep.
Well, bring it over. Can you?
you pulled it up.
I can't see.
There it
You
is.
shrunk us.
Airborne.
Can you zoom in on that a little bit?
Oh man.
Holy
They got the jumpy boys.
Dude, that's amazing.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Maybe I'm some drunk. I can't really see too well.
Paratroopers coming down.
Oh,
is-
that's pretty cool.
That's incredible.
And where's this again?
St. Mary
And that would be
Probably in France.
I
it
get that.
France?
I know it's France, but where? By Normandy? I don't know. Is it?
I'm gonna
St.
think on
Mary is. Yeah, it's in Normandy.
All right, cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jamie. I mean Jones. All right.
So one of the things I also thought that was really good about this movie, though, too, is like when you watch through the whole thing, right? Like right after they get off the beach, and Tom Hanks gets his orders and stuff, and you see all the guys just sitting around smoking and talking shit
Oh yeah,
to each other. I mean, it's
yeah.
great.
What we do.
It literally it was great because the beginning and even at the end, like before the end scene, like
The
you know,
private
before
telling the sergeant, "I thought you'd take it in the end."
Yes, yeah, no, like, but then just like sitting
I'm
there.
sure it happened back when George Washington was crossing to Delaware. They're like, really, motherfucker? You picked today to cross the damn.
Like what's his name talking about the tits before they
Yeah.
sitting on the stoop before all that shit happens. Like,
36
smoking,
double
joking.
Ks.
Yeah.
Even if it was Ryan and Miller talking to each other, you know, yeah, everything was just like, yeah, I totally
I
get
want
that.
you to think of these when you're over there.
There, yeah.
Again, mentioning Nathan Fillion again.
Mm-hmm.
I find it hard to believe because like I've seen this movie so many times and it took years after seeing it to recognize that was him.
Yeah.
So
He
I
was
thought
the
that
first
was
Ryan.
Yep,
Yeah, that's right.
I thought that was pretty cool. And it
Are
just
you
shows
sure my brothers aren't? Yeah.
it was
They're in
right in
elementary
the
school.
beginning of his career too.
Yeah, it was.
Let's see, and then Max Martini again, playing a corporal from the Easy Company, 501st.
Yeah. He kind of misses Mark.
Yeah.
Go
How
on
did he
this.
not get in Band of Brothers?
Right.
So you had actually, this is one of your knocks for the movie. Was it Martini? You were talking about him shooting a 30 cal. Was it him or the other?
I don't think I was talking about anyone specifically shooting the 30 cal,
Okay, never mind. Well, then we'll talk about that in a second.
but yeah, it was some
we'll get
weapons
into that in a minute. All right,
accuracy.
keep going then.
This is just from my own personal observations, but when they're in Rommel at the end, when you see like all the liquor signs like advertised there, and it's like all stuff that most Americans wouldn't be aware of, but it's stuff that's really ingrained into like French and like European like drinking culture.
Like Chambord?
No. There was ads. there were ads up there for beer Kinkina, Sue's.
Oh, so you were paying attention to those?
Yeah, like I
didn't even notice that.
I didn't notice that.
Well, I spot all that stuff because it's all stuff that I work with and have used and have had
because you
before.
have a serious drinking problem too. It's all right.
It's a job and it's classy.
Failed
alcoholism.
Say the guy that's wasted at like 10 o'clock in the morning. Hi, what's going on?
Yeah, coming from you. All right.
That's the only way I could do the show.
It's apple juice, I swear to God.
Yeah.
So this is where I get.
This is some funny story about apple juice and him.
This is where I get like a couple of knocks on the movie is like when they were doing like some of the strategy they had with trying to hold the bridge.
Okay.
Like, what was the point of having Upham running ammo all over the fucking place when they could have just staged the ammo? Like, if you have a 30 caliber machine gun,
Here.
have the ammo with the 30 caliber machine gun.
I can help you with this.
Okay.
Yeah, fire away.
So the reason for that is because they were going to try and do what's called nowadays, it's called the Australian peel, where you basically have 4 to 5 positions up front and then you peel back. The left will peel back, the right will peel back, and you're constantly peeling back.
It's like a bound and Overwatch in reverse.
As everything is coming towards you, you're fighting as long as you can, and then they knew that they were going to be overrun. So they said, okay, once this position's overrun, we'll peel back to this position, then we'll peel back to this position. The problem is that fog of war happens, and they ended up needing to stay in this position longer because it became tenable for longer. And they said, shit, we didn't put enough ammo here. So Upham, we're going to need your lazy bitch ass to bring us some ammo. And then he fucking failed.
Well, also the bell tower thing when he said, "Oh yeah, a 30 with about 1,000 rounds." I'm like, 1,000? 1,000? For
1,000 rounds is going to go pretty quick.
Yeah. That's less than a minute of fire.
But
See you agreeing with that here, sir.
You have to admit they were also working with limited ammo supplies.
That's very true. But I would.
So if he said he needed 1,000, we don't know if their total ammo count was 5,000.
Sam, you shut up. I want more infantry.
This is why I really don't watch a lot of like military movies, because you spot stuff like that, and then the credibility of the production team just goes out the window, and you're hyper focused on the mistakes and stuff like that. And I know what you're saying with the running the like staging ammo and stuff like that. For me, I think this is where the artistry or the character development of Upham, this scene that you're referring to, is kind of important. So tactically, the logic doesn't really make sense, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's important for the character development of Upham, because he's kind of like this frail, scared, little, has no stature, little, translator. And he doesn't have the gun. He's not the one killing everybody, but he wants to be part of the team, and he's trying his damnedest to haul ass that ammo across the battlefield under fire. You know what I mean? So I think this is part of the character development. Like, nobody likes Upham in the beginning of the movie, but at the end of the movie, it's another reason why I like this movie. I like the layers of gray in characters. None of us are pure good or pure evil. There might be sometimes I might act like Upham, but sometimes at the end, Upham,
it's kind of like an underdog story, right?
Yeah, like what does Upham do at the end? And you're like, fuck
himself.
yeah, Upham. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
a little late, but did redeem himself.
Did ice that.
Yeah.
I like that stuff.
And no, it is like, because you get all pissed off about that scene. Like, you sit there going, dude, get up there. Like, I know it's rough. Just get up. Like, you're sitting there screaming, get the fuck up there. Like, get up there right now. Yeah. Like, you get mad, but you don't have fucking no clue. He's a fucking a translator or whatever the hell. What was he doing actually for his real job though?
He did maps and
this and that, but he knew the language, so he got pulled into with a bunch of rangers, ranger babies, like
Ranger Tam, motherfucker.
You're taking some POG motherfucker, right? And you're throwing into a ranger fucking guy with a group, battalion, or squad. They're going out there, and you're doing this crazy fucking soft mission, the early version of soft shit, basically. 8-man teams going out to fucking.
Also, I'm just going to point this out, too. You notice, like, throughout the entire mission and them moving up and doing all that, the captain was always assigning the corporal all the bitch work while all the privates got to sit around doing fuck all.
Well, yeah, think about it.
Who's going up the middle? Who's going up the middle?
Yeah. Who's going up the middle? No, but yeah.
Why don't you shut up?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That was great. It was. That was actually a really good part of the movie too. It was like you're getting this whole, they're angry with they're angry with the mission, right? They don't want to do this. Even the captain, you could tell he doesn't. Captain Miller didn't want to do this mission until he's finally at the end of the movie and he understands it at the very end.
Yeah.
You know, nobody wants to do this shit, but they're doing it.
Yeah, it's another example of like you hate Matt Damon initially, right? And then you look. Actually, the movie starts out with Matt Damon as his character as an old man.
Yeah,
and you see the pain in his eyes. You know what I mean? Like everybody hates Matt Damon in the beginning, but at the end, you're like, he's like, wow. You know, you look into the old man that is, you know, Matt Damon's character, and it's like, you know, you feel for the guy because he has to live with the weight.
And Matt Damon had a great line in this movie, which is so Army. It doesn't make sense. I go, yes. I go, yeah, that's so fucking military Army.
But, you know, so much stuff at our level never makes sense, you know, because we're not looking at it top down, you know, and see the bigger picture because we're so focused on the portrait. Right.
That's how I like. That's why I like how when the generals get together and they're like, this guy's like, hey, I'm going to read you a letter.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put this into perspective.
Right.
Yeah, because you're thinking at the same time, you're really like, what? They're going to really waste more.
This woman, in during the Civil War, lost every son she had.
Yeah.
And, you know, I personally know one of my buddies that was killed overseas. His brother also was killed. Yeah. His parents lost both their sons.
Yeah.
You know, in the military. So it's like that puts it into perspective, and then you go, oh my god.
This being a fictional movie is actually somewhat based off of real stuff. It was can you look it up? The brothers, I forgot the name of the brothers.
Sullivan's.
Is it?
Sullivan
They
brothers.
mentioned it actually.
Yeah, it's just
because they said they broke them all up after after the Sullivan incident.
Yeah, and there was like another separate brother thing because there's Navy ones and there was Navy and there was
They were all on a ship together.
Yeah,
they all
that's
got
what it was.
killed.
The Navy also routinely has a ship named the Sullivans.
Right. It's so crazy. So like, even though it's a fictional story, it is based off of something that okay.
Well, and it's always the hardest of situations that teach the deepest lessons, right? So,
But the guys on the ground, the guys actually doing the mission, are never told that.
No.
You know, they don't know. This isn't like, you know, they
No,
couldn't just
it's
get
go
on their
take
phones
that hell, right.
and Google this shit. You know, they were like, oh, we're being told to do this, but they in the movie they showed it from the upper command level of, hey, this is why this is so important. Like if we don't give a fuck about these people, what are we fighting for in the first place?
And having a general read a letter from Abraham Lincoln, you know what I mean? Like if that doesn't get you, fired up.
War boners. War boners. We're going to get this motherfucker. We're going to get him home safe.
War boners.
This is a vast misallocation of military resources.
You know?
Make me hearing this snapper within 100 yards of Adolf Hitler. War's over.
1,000 yards.
1,000 yards, sorry.
Hey, with the Springfield. Also, I'm going to point out the fact that having shot every single gun in that movie.
Yes. Oh, by the way, yeah. Let's quickly get into those.
Those fucking guys were pure men for shooting M1 Garands in 1903 Springfields at that
what's crazy
frequency
is like
and not have their shoulder fall off.
Besides the 30 cals and the BAR.
Oh,
yeah. I wish I had a BAR. We own our combo between you and me. We own most of those fucking firearms, which is great.
Yes.
And it's so exciting that we shoot them. Like we take the Mauser out versus the.
Oh yeah, I took the M1 carbine out when I was in Arizona to go shooting.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
We used to do like a M1 versus Mauser competition all the time.
Oh yeah,
and it has nothing to do. Both weapons. I got the Mauser right there. His M1.
Quite the arsenal here.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Impressive.
But you also
not
look
airsoft.
at you look at
Not
the
airsoft,
amount of
it's real.
you look at the amount of firepower those guys had on them.
Oh, yeah.
But also the lack of protection.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Nothing.
nowadays we wear garbage bags around our bodies, but because they protect our insides, you know.
Yeah.
They didn't have any of that shit.
No, and they were firing 30-06s.
Because they're carrying a weapon that weighs 50 pounds.
Fucking Sizemore when he gets shot.
Oh yeah.
God damn it! God damn it. That was a great scene. I love that. Throwing the helmets at each other, throwing the pistols at each other, throwing the helmets at each other, and him just going, God damn it! God damn it! Oh. It's such a great fucking.
Yeah.
I just got the wind knocked out of me.
No, I'm
when he gets
okay,
that chest shot.
I'm
I
good.
just got the wind knocked out of me. He was so. He almost actually wasn't in this movie.
Yeah, because he was had a drug problem.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Not
hair
Tom.
round. The hair round.
Yeah, he was like Jack Black's character in Tropic Thunder.
My vitamins. I need my vitamins. Where my vitamins at? Oh, you got my vitamins.
He was almost uninsurable.
I'll suck your dick.
Tell me what you want me to do.
Just suck the guy, man.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the movie, like we said at the beginning, it just sets the standard for modern military movies.
Let's get some ratings, and we'll go with our lowest first. Sam.
Yeah. Yeah.
4.5679 or 2.3. He was about 5.
Yeah.
And here's the only reason he's not giving it to him.
Just some of the inaccuracies with some of the firearms, like you'd see in some scenes where they're walking around with like the 30 cal ammo for the Browning 30, and it would be like with the fabric links, and then there would be scenes where you'd see the same gun firing ones with
One
the metal
scene,
link.
motherfucker. One
Still?
scene. No, it's literally 3 seconds. It was in the tower because I was watching after he said it to me. I was like, I'm gonna watch for the steal, and I'm like the whole time I'm watching. He's full of shit. Was he drunk watching this? And all of a sudden, for like 3 seconds, up on the tower, you see the steal. I'm like, oh, okay.
But it kills the suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, that's what did it. It was like, I saw steal. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, that's it.
No, but it just says to me that they paid a lot of attention to detail throughout a lot of the movie, and then they dropped the ball there.
So for 2
Yeah,
seconds.
but they had scenes where they were firing with the actual fabric linked rounds.
No, they didn't.
I'm
Yeah,
going
they
to
did. But I
downgrade
think-
my rating now that I know this.
Yeah, I bet you're the guy. Yeah, I bet you're the guy that calls out stolen valor for people that really served and earned their shit.
Yes,
No,
yes,
and
I do.
also-
Yes.
Jesus. The only one I thought was bad, like the only thing that's noticeable as weirder shit was like when they're up on top of the tank on the Panzer and they're all getting shot by the 20 millimeter.
Yeah.
and you could tell it's dummies. It's for like 4 seconds. 'cause
Yeah,
I've
they're just
seen
being
something-
vaporized.
Yeah, but like you could tell it's like a bunch of dummies. Like that was the only shit part of filming I thought. But everything else was fucking fantastic. Go
I
fuck
thought the best
yourself.
part of that movie was that little moped with tank tracks on the back. Oh yeah,
I know. I want those
rabbit?
back, man.
The
I
rabbit?
never knew that existed.
Oh, it
rabbits?
did. It
Yeah,
did. The
rabbits.
Germans used that shit. Yeah. Oh, and half tracks. We need those again.
All right,
They
so
were
you
like,
get
put tank tracks on everything.
Yeah. So I mean, that was one of the reasons I dropped down. Also, they criminally underused Bryan Cranston.
really
Next.
All right, I'm up. Yeah, fucking 5. It's solid as shit. I mean, this movie's fucking fantastic. I remember seeing it in high school. It was great. I remember that. It really opened up. I really actually got. I was into World War II shit at that time. This like blew me up.
That's
even
when I
more.
got my first war boner.
Yeah, it really was. It was like I started studying it more, loving it more, enjoyed it more. Like just this movie got me into it, which spawned Band of Brothers, The Pacific after that, the new one that's coming out now, which is What's the
Masters of the Air
Masters
or
of
the
the Air.
Mighty Eighth. I don't know. I've heard 2 different names for it, but I can't
whatever.
wait.
It's spawned so much awesome shit. It is fantastic. The whole D-Day thing blew me away. 5 all the way. I'm not. It's small little couple things. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Yeah, it literally took me 25 years to see that one little metal clip that you brought out.
Well, I mean,
it's only this show would you bring it out and watch it and go, all right, I'm really going to pay attention to be a dick.
Also, I'm going to be honest. It didn't get a 5 because there weren't any Marines in it.
Okay, well, you guys
I just saw this thing on the internet about how they didn't show any of the allied forces, like different countries, because there was all kinds of different countries.
Oh, yeah.
But if you look at the movie, they only dealt with like a 30-mile sector of land.
Yeah.
And in that sector, historically accurate, there were no other allies other than Americans.
Yeah, they were taking other beachheads.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right, PD.
5. Remarks complete.
Remarks
man.
complete, right? What's you got it?
Just
You all
love
said
it, man.
right?
Well, it didn't take place anywhere that his dad served.
That's
Right. It was nowhere near Fort Bliss, El Paso, Texas.
Yeah, nowhere near. 5.
Fucking
It's finally
Womack
finally
Medical
getting another
Center.
5. Lancey.
Definitely a 5. I tried to give it a 10, a fucking 10.
Yeah, I saw that. It was
But
like, give me fucking
it
45.
didn't work.
No, because he doesn't want to make any more
Graphics.
Graphics.
Dude, we could only fit 5 on there. Look at that. It's mad. We
Fi-
maxed out.
5 was the best I could give it because, I mean, everybody's already said it's just historically accurate. That first opening scene, it just kind of, and after being in the military, you go, thank fucking God I wasn't in World War II.
Someone's vibrating.
Yeah, his flip phone. He's got a fucking flip
Because-
phone. Anyway, go on.
Being in World War II, those guys were fucking men.
Yes.
Like, those guys, balls of steel. And then they came home and they were just like, all right, let's get to work. Let's do some shit.
Yeah,
Build
let's
some
just
houses.
reintegrate.
Like, it wasn't like nowadays where
Right.
we concentrate on mental well-being and all this shit.
I mean, there was some alcoholism, some PTSD for sure.
Oh, there was for sure, but
You know,
it was
domestic
definitely
violence, and as a
those
result
guys-
of those scars of war.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, but
But it was not. I mean, those guys to do what they did. I mean, even
It's badass.
even the Marines, you know,
Right.
doing freaking beachhead after beachhead after beachhead in the Pacific. You go.
It was
These guys knew what was
Different
coming.
movie, motherfucker.
and it was almost like a light switch for them, right? Like they were able to just turn it off, put that part into the closet, and then carry on with.
Well, and I also love that it's
right.
kind of like the America that I love, which is, you know, post 9/11 shit where everybody came together and was like,
Yes.
these
Yes,
guys are
it's the
fucking
whole-
with the world. We need to go do what we do.
Yeah.
Jonesy, 5.
Yeah. I mean, the
please.
first time I saw this I was like 8 years old. I stole the freaking DVD and
So young, I love it.
grabbed a
Stole the
freaking
DVD.
After he had his first boner from watching Titanic.
absolutely. Who
I was
doesn't?
peed a little bit at my prostate technique.
Who doesn't when they see a diamond like that?
I secretly also love Leonardo DiCaprio.
Bro, don't,
Dude,
whiskey
you gotta
finally
respect it, man. Forget
Don't look
Titanic. There's so many classics.
don't
with
look up was a great
DiCaprio.
movie.
Yeah, the whiskey
look
finally
up.
kicked up. And your rating. You gave it a 5 as well.
I did.
Can't
I mean,
do that.
if this movie doesn't get a 5, what movie gets a 5?
Right.
Right.
Absolutely. All right. I think remarks complete on this one. It's fucking fantastic. We spent a lot of time on this one. Great. All right. It is that time of the show.
Smoke him if you
It's
got
the
him.
smoke bit. We got some questions, and I'm gonna have you boys start off because guess what? Prostate's acting up.
Tell your wife to go easy. One finger in the future.
All right. Start it off.
Right. So when and why join the army?
Are these questions to me?
Yeah, we forgot to tell you that.
I didn't join the army.
These are for you, sir.
Yeah. Oh man, it's a deep question here.
Just nothing else to do. You were bored one day? Or?
No, I think patriotism is part of it. You know,
Yes.
our nation was at war. I did join a little bit later, but our nation was at war. I felt. I think 9/11 was a huge part of it too. And you also have to say, you know, it's probably one of the best professional decisions I've ever made too. The benefits, you don't get rich serving, but there's a lot of benefits out there, man. You know, like when I was on active duty, I didn't have to worry about paying my mortgage, which I previously worried about. They give you a housing allowance for that. You know, you don't. I never thought about paying my bills. I just was able to focus on my job. The education benefits are pretty remarkable. You know, a lot of people take out like basically second mortgages to pursue their education. I always felt called to continue my education, and the Army, even though I'm off active duty, the Army's still paying for my college right now. I would not be able to pay for it, so that's another part.
Now,
know.
did you have any like family connection to the military? Like,
Yeah, my dad was in the Army.
Okay.
He enlisted, and after 9/11, I was a senior in high school, and I was talking to him, and he's like, "Yeah, I was enlisted. Don't do it. I hated it."
We'll see anywhere around Fort Bliss, El Paso, Texas. No.
Yeah,
In the 80s.
In the
yeah.
80s.
Yeah, and it was in the 80s. He told
81
me
through
some-
84.
He told me some stories of the Army in the 80s, different Army.
Oh, it
big
was.
time.
Oh yeah, back then. Yeah.
I
They
think they
said
used to
go
have
ahead.
unions, didn't they?
I think we got a lot easier today in many respects with the Army, just the stuff. It was during the Cold War. And he didn't go to war, but you know, just the internal, you know, it was kind of
Struggle of it, yeah.
This kind of like the social segregation and you know, sort of, you know, a lot of racism and unfortunately and stuff like that. You know, a lot of a divide. But
So you said you joined late in life. Why? Because I also joined later, right? I wasn't a fresh 18-year-old.
Yeah, yeah. How
yeah,
old were you
man. When I
when you
turned 30 in basic training, all the 17, 18-year-old privates they said that I had old man strength when I was like, climbing the rope, just using my upper body because I didn't know how to fucking climb a rope.
I still can't.
Yeah, I have, you know, now that I'm a kind of a civilian, I have all these, you know, great, you know, like rope climbing. This is what I tell people when I interview jobs. Like, what skills can you? Well, I know how to climb a rope really well. You know?
Yeah, I could shoot a
You know,
gun. and
there's
climb
not a
a
lot of
rope.
stuff that transfers like the infantry stuff you learn like in the civilian world.
Yeah, no.
Bing, fries ready.
Yeah, it's all about how you word your resume.
They
That's
said
true.
they said it best in Band of Brothers, or not Band of Brothers, in the Pacific when Sledge was like trying to enroll in college. And they're like, "What skills do you have?"
I have people skills. I know how to deal with people.
So again, back to the question: what got you going in later in life? Like, you know, I myself did.
Yeah. I was ready to start a family, and a lot of it was financially. I was honestly, you know, I was like living paycheck to paycheck, and like I said, you don't get rich joining the service, but I was doing a job. I wasn't happy. I had probably like $2 in my bank account at the time, and I talked to my recruiter, and he's like, "Yeah, man," and he told me about the financial benefits of signing up.
Sign-on
I
bonuses.
was like, all right. I should have just listened to myself when I was 18, but I listened to my daddy.
Ditto. No, same here.
He said, going as an officer, I hate, he kind of scared me. And then I got a basketball scholarship at that time, and he didn't go to college, and he said, I wish I went to college. So I was like, all right, I guess I got to do this. But I always felt that call. The call never went away to serve. So
Nice.
Yeah, I would have taken the basketball scholarship. I would have.
Yeah, so.
That's cool.
Yeah.
No, I feel that because, I mean, so much of my story going in is, kind of reflective of yours as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I was going to ask this question. You're not ROTC. Thank God. You're an OCS guy.
Yes.
Thank God. First officer we've had in a while that's
really?
legit. Yeah, because everyone was ROTC Nazis.
Yeah.
So you went to basic training.
You went to basic.
did.
You went to the OCS thing.
Yeah.
That was all at Benning?
Yeah, it was
Everything?
everything's at Benning, yeah.
All right. So that's a
School
hot
for wayward boys.
Yes. So what time of year was that at?
Let's see. I guess they technically enlisted in 2013 in August.
Okay.
Being a ginger, it was a rough time for me. And in Georgia in August, I got burned up pretty bad. Look at me, I'm sunburned right now. These lights right now.
Tanner.
It was tough, but it toughened me up a little bit. Mentally, you think you can only go so far, but basic training kind of was the first time I was like, you can kind of push through stuff that you don't think that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel was like your most, overcoming adversity in basic was like the hardest challenge you faced other than the sun?
I was married at the time, and you're only in basic training for whatever 10 weeks, but that was hard for me, man. And I thought that it would get easier, being away from my wife. If even if you're talking like in the field, like you go to the field for 30 days.
Yeah.
You think you get used to it. It kind of got harder for me.
Yeah.
Actually, now that I got kids and stuff now, and it's like, you're leaving even more behind, and it's tough, man.
I get that. I've been there.
Because I was married too in basic. Yeah.
From what I've heard, OCS is a kick in the nuts.
Kick in the nuts.
Compared to ROTC? Yeah, I'd say.
It's I would say the analogy I always use is drinking from a fire hose, because you just go to basic and you have that 10 weeks of intro to military culture, and then right after that you go to officer candidate school, and you have to they say like, you've been a soldier for all of 10 weeks. You don't know shit. Yep. And then they tell you about like, you guys are going to go in as second lieutenants, you're going to be platoon leaders, you're going to have 30, 40, 50 soldiers, underneath you and stuff like that. And that, I was like, oh, fuck.
Because they're going to look at you like you don't know shit.
Right, yeah, exactly. and that's legitimate, because we didn't know shit.
Yep.
But that's why you rely on the NCO, Corps is really the backbone of the Army. That's why you have to, if you're smart, you don't have too big of an ego, you really got to rely on your platoon sergeant if you're a platoon leader, or your first sergeant if you're a company commander. You're really...
Luckily, you have a really good first sergeant.
I do. I do.
He's a smart guy.
He is. Smarter than me.
He's older.
And more experienced.
he's an old man.
No, he's great.
Tell you what, he won't listen to this because he thinks it's a blog still. He's like, how's that blog going? I'm like, God damn it, first sergeant. Fucking blog. It's
not a blog.
It's a podcast, and we're on YouTube too. We're really fucking cool, all right?
Yeah.
It's okay. He just doesn't know the difference.
We're island boys.
Yeah, we're island. I'm about to play. No, all right.
That's going to set the bar high.
All right.
What made you go infantry then?
Yeah. What's the...
Because he's a man.
He's got big pink hairy balls.
I didn't know about all the different the drapes do match the carpet or whatever. I know your viewers are interested in this.
Yeah, I mean, I dye my pubes, though, so it's a little different. It's very blonde down there.
Is that where all the grays are coming in?
No, it's blonde down here. Touch of men, or was it touch of gray?
See, in my household, we don't have curtains.
Yeah, my sideburns on my balls are all gray. Yeah.
You have sideburns?
Yeah. I don't shave the sides.
Right down to the ball fro.
Yeah.
See, you're missing J-Bot because he'd tell you about his ball mullet.
Yeah.
Mine shaved into a heart.
Yeah. I like keeping the sides. Everything up
Tis
top.
the season.
That's right.
It's like a mutton shop down there.
We don't have curtains in my household. We use mini blinds.
Anyway,
so again,
go on.
infantry.
Infantry,
Why
right.
infantry?
You guys don't want to keep talking about cock and balls?
Well, that is the infantry.
We have to make up for J-Bot.
It's just related.
Yeah, it's all there, right?
Well, I didn't know about all the different branches of the jobs of the MOSs of the Army. I thought just like everybody was infantry.
So your recruiter fucked you too.
No, I wanted that. No, you know what he was trying to do? I knew that I wanted to go in as an officer, and he was like, "Oh, you just look like you want to kill people. Why don't you go special forces? Go special forces." And then I realized what they do. Like they sign you up as a
They run
11 X-ray or something.
Yeah.
What do they call it like that?
Yeah,
You know,
11 X-ray.
and then 98% people fail, and then you just become an 11 Bravo. Which I just said just become an 11 Bravo, but for me, I was like I wanted to lead infantrymen, in the Army. So
That's awesome.
it's just like if you're gonna do it, then do it.
Go big or go
Actually,
home, right?
this Marine here next to me will like this story. The Marine Corps. I walked into the Marine Corps recruiter first.
Oh.
And,
we don't give
I
signing bonuses.
Yeah, we don't give bonuses. We can't help you out financially.
I was
at all.
29 at the time. He's like, "How old are you?" And I'm like, 29. And he's like, "You're too fucking old.
You need a waiver.
Yeah.
Go to the Army. They'll take you." So,
You know
There
what's
you go.
fucked up is if you would have gone reserves, they would have taken you.
oh, really?
Yeah, they'll take reserves up to 33 and I think 35 if you have prior service.
You just wanted the Marines for their better uniforms.
It would
I
fit better
just
because
thought-
he's jacked
Right.
as shit.
We
I
are
just thought
prettier
Marines-
for sure. Plus, we only have one uniform. We don't fuck around.
And it
have
hasn't
10
changed
different
since-
uniforms.
It hasn't changed since Tripoli.
You
We're like, we
have-
can't change shit.
You have two different dresses. You've got your Alphas, Bravos, then you have your mess dress ones, right?
Well, we
Well,
got blues, alphas,
Your
Charlies.
Blues,
Yeah,
Blues Alpha
I mean,
Charlies, yeah.
yeah.
So you have well, I don't.
We have
Whatever.
You have two like dress uniforms.
This isn't the uniform board.
Well, no, I mean, if you're an officer or staff NCO, you rate the mess dress, which is a lot more
Yeah,
formal
it gets all
and,
real
like-
fancy with the fucking
Yeah.
penguin outfits. Even same with the
Yeah, it looks like you're.
This guy's got the
Yeah,
same shit,
it looks
too.
like you're in something from the 1700s. Then,
Do
but
you
then
guys
Yeah.
get swords in the Army, though?
I think
There's the NCO sword.
yeah, you have the NCO sword.
Like
officers
officers.
Get, officers get them too. It's
You get a sword.
for specific. It's not like you guys with.
I don't have a sword.
No, it's not you guys. You guys.
He's
get,
like, did I
is it a
miss
dagger?
Like I think Cav gets one.
yeah,
Cav
cavalry
officers
guys
Cav's
do.
got a saber.
Saber.
West Pointers have a sword, and
Jonesy,
then there's
look
the
that shit
NCO
up really
sword.
quick.
Oh, okay.
Who gets what? Not like
But
you
it's not like
guys.
it's issued. Like, hey, congratulations, you made E5.
Well, they don't
here's your
issue
sword.
They don't issue ours.
No, you have
either.
to buy
Right, you have
that
to buy
shit.
your own.
Would you guys see the
They're
commercial?
like $450, man.
When you want to fight the lava monster on
Yeah.
fucking Marine Hill.
Yo, that's why I didn't. That's why I didn't re-enlist. They wouldn't let me.
Army officers do not get swords. The NCOs
Okay.
do though.
Oh, see.
Oh, got it.
It's because we don't
All right.
trust you guys with it.
West Pointers do.
It's too
There's a West
pointy.
Point sword.
It's too pointy.
Does it
They
say
don't
the same
count.
thing about a compass too?
Hey, he's
Second lieutenants don't get that.
yeah,
First
he's a captain.
lieutenants
He knows his direction at this point. He learned the hard way.
I don't
know,
have
let
to
me
know,
Google
man.
that
I just,
first.
that's what you got lieutenants for. Or-
Give him the
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
respect. He's a fucking captain. He's not a fucking
Nah.
lieutenant here, all right?
Here, I told you, man. I feel like a private right now.
It's well, you are. Here you are, you, sir.
I'm thirsty. Can
private.
you top me off?
Yeah,
I got to deal with your bullshit.
So let's get back into it.
Tell
Where
me
was
when.
Yeah.
where was
Yep.
your first duty station at?
My
Anywhere
first,
cool?
No,
Oh,
I thought your first one was
no.
pretty cool.
All my duty stations were whack, man.
Chicago.
Chicago's way more dangerous than one of my first duty. No, I went to Fort Riley, Kansas. That was my first duty station.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
barbecue.
Yeah.
Again, another ginger-friendly locale.
Oh God,
Warmer.
Kansas is terrible. The worst. It's like really cold, really hot, tornadoes. There's no
Flat as a
beaches.
pancake.
Flat as a pancake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least
So
you didn't
Riley
get sent to
first.
Fort Irwin.
Then when went after Riley? What's after that?
Riley. After that, then I did a 9-month rotation in South Korea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what.
It
Yeah.
was part of the rotational. It was like us in Fort Hood. It seemed like we're always over there in
On the
Korea.
DMZ
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
it was.
partake in the soju.
I thought I saw
I
a
did.
picture of you
Yeah.
on Facebook
Yeah.
with the North Korean. Well, like
South Korean, dude.
No. Like
Was
at
it with
the
North Korean?
Okay.
no.
I'm
At-
married, man. What do you mean by that?
No. The
Don't get me in trouble here.
no,
Wow,
no,
that
no,
booze is
the,
really kicking in.
Whoa!
The North Korean guard, that little hut thing.
Oh, it was a South Korean guard.
Oh, was
yeah.
it South Korean guard?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't
Are you
tell
trying to
difference.
say they all look the same?
No, I thought the uniform was.
So I got a
The
question.
South
South
Koreans are
Korea.
I thought
well
you were in
fed. The
that. I
North
thought you were in
are
that room
emaciated.
though. Where
Yeah.
they had both of them though. I
Yeah,
thought
it
it was.
was.
The North
Yeah.
Korean one.
Yeah, it was. There just wasn't a North Korean guard at the time.
Oh, okay. So South Korean guard.
I got a
Yeah.
question for you.
Yeah.
My bad.
Coming from a Marine that doesn't know shit. So I was under the impression that Army guys did basically like a year overseas. The guys that I know, they do a year, they just station you overseas for a year. You said you did 9 months over there?
Mm-hmm.
Is that some sort, do officers do less?
No,
Or?
no,
No,
the whole,
that's just-
it was my brigade. We went over there I was in 1st Brigade. one ID, and it was just our time. Our whole brigade went over there for 9 months, and then we relieved I don't know, 2nd Brigade from from Fort
It's like
Hood.
a rotation, basically. Just
Yeah.
go
What-
out 9
they're
months.
starting to switch up the models, right? Because other than like Germany or whatever, they want to kind of get away from the 3-year PCS move to Korea.
Yeah.
And what they'll do
We
is they'll
could do
take the
that, too.
stateside.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll take the stateside units and put them on an actual rotation. It's more like familiarization with the territory and all that. It kind of gets more people through those areas as well.
So is that considered a deployment for you, or is that considered just like you were stationed there?
Nah, it's more like you're just stationed there for a short time. I really avoid the word deployment.
Sounds like
you know.
Okinawa for us.
TBY.
Well, just because us with
Yeah.
the Muse, we always go over in
Yeah.
deployments. That's the only time we ever leave the country.
Right.
We don't get stationed somewhere.
When you
unless
tell
you're-
like a civilian or a layman, like if you're deployed, I just say no because they're thinking of like
Iraq,
Afghanistan,
the war,
or
combat zones.
Syria.
Yeah,
so I just
yeah.
kind of avoid that.
Mobbed
you know.
even, but Mobbed's more for reserves,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, it's a new word. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah,
till,
yeah. You join us.
yeah.
You're like mob. So deploy? Yeah, no, we
Yeah,
call it mob.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
mobilizing there. We're moving over there for a little bit and coming right back.
But you talked about MacArthur. If you go talk to somebody in South Korea about MacArthur, they think that dude's a god.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
do. So do the
Oh,
Philippines.
well, he
And
trained
Japan.
him that way.
Yeah.
I mean, the Japanese owe so much to their current economic stature in the world because of MacArthur's policies.
Well, it's because and MacArthur. Well, see again, MacArthur did a lot of really stupid shit in the island hopping campaign. Like he took islands that didn't need to be taken. We lost a lot of good people doing that. And then, like I said, he was basically campaigning to be president.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Republicans were gonna put him up, right?
Yeah, I
So-
believe it was. And then they nabbed Eisenhower instead because they're like,
yeah.
he's nice. This guy's an asshole.
I do love my Eisenhower.
Yeah, he was a prima donna. That guy.
I like Ike.
Ike was the shit. Ike was the shit. All right. So anything? What was that? Suppose after Korea.
Well, I mean, before I guess we talk about
All right.
Korea,
Yeah.
anything interesting like at Korea?
I think I was a little bit brainwashed when I went over there. We referred to ourselves as a speed bump because we had one brigade over there, and how many millions of Koreans are gonna just
Yeah, you were at the buffer zone.
Yeah, the buffer zone.
All you got to do is throw him a ham sandwich and watch him fight over it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can we learn something from the Russians and just throw sausages at them?
Not to become political either, but historically looking back, President Trump at the time was referring to Kim Jong-un, KJU, as Little Rocket Man. So every time he would tweet something that like affected me directly, like I had to wake up because it's like a 12-hour different time change or whatever.
Yeah.
So he would tweet something at 3 p.m. and at like 3 a.m. everyone's like, all right, get your shit on, we're going to war.
Fucking Trump. Fucking tweet something. Now we gotta get it back in it.
It was like that with ISIS when I was on the embassy. Every time like Obama didn't do anything or said something in ways of appeasement or whatever, it was like the embassy would just like go.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to definitely elevate your force protection because of,
Yeah.
something that you feel may be imminent.
It's different when you're on the tip of the spear versus being at the handle.
Being at the base of the cock, the useless piece,
Here, I'm gonna shove this in your face. Whoa, I'm on the tip.
Yeah, the base is the worst. It's just
There's
pubes
so
down
many ways
there.
we
It's
can take
gross. It's where everything gets caught up. It's a horrible place.
That's where all the crabs hang out.
But I'm sure you had a lot of fun in Korea too, though.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
I did. Yeah.
He's gonna leave it at that.
Remarks complete.
remarks complete.
No, you know what? Every time that I try to leave the gates and experience the culture, a fucking private would do something stupid, and my company commander, where the fuck are you?
Recall formation.
Get back here! I need you to do this SIR, bail your soldier out of jail or whatever. And I'm like, for what? Like, what do you do? He's like,
Let him stew for a day.
underage drinking. You're 20 years old and you're having soju. Like, come on, dude.
Oh yeah.
The amount of because you have to abide by the rules of the country. You have to abide by our rules in our country. You have to abide by UCMJ. You have to buy. There's just so many layers of just
much shit.
So I just at some point I was like, you know what? There's no reason for me to go to Seoul because I'm just gonna get called back, and so I was just like,
Yeah.
Plus, I might get in trouble too. You never know.
yeah,
It's like that in Singapore, but I just got so drunk I don't remember it.
right.
All
Yeah.
the man boys.
Yeah.
I remember wandering back to the ship at some point in Singapore. That's
Singapore's a crazy
I'm surprised
place.
neither of you got arrested out there. They're really strict laws in Singapore, and you
I
guys
felt-
are jagoffs.
I fell asleep on the steps of McDonald's in downtown Singapore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm surprised they didn't like cane you for that.
In all fairness, I was hanging out with the AAV guys and our comm guys, and they kept me out of trouble.
That's good.
It's good to have your brothers in arms.
See way.
The Pogues helped you out. Well, you're a Pogue anyway. Doesn't matter.
So then after that.
All right. So yeah, after the DMZ.
After the DMZ, and went back to finish up my time at Fort Riley. I got promoted, and then went to the maneuver captain's career course at Fort Benning for more training.
Fun stuff. Like
Yeah.
how to be a better leader. Okay.
Yeah,
Not that exciting, but all right. All right. It's all right.
a lot of PowerPoints, a lot of
Death by
operation order.
PowerPoint.
Yeah.
So okay, at that
Yeah.
point, then you went. I think you went up to drum, didn't you?
Yeah, that was
oh
my next,
my god.
Next
I remember
duty
you
station was.
Reading about this,
I was like, oh, I like New York City.
but not really.
It's like 6 hours north of New York, city. Plus, this is during the pandemic where New York City is completely
Shut
Times Square is a
down.
ghost town. You know what I mean? So, we're 30 minutes south of Canada. The biggest town I think is Watertown. Syracuse was like 90 minutes straight south. So did a lot of hanging out there.
Yeah, drum, lovely bass.
Yeah.
Yes. How long were you there for?
A little less than 2 years.
Oh, it's,
Yeah.
it's-
So I
Thank
was
you for
like-
tripping us from the Canadians.
Thank you for actually taking that slot and saving somebody else from that
yeah.
shithole.
Yeah,
That
Triple
is-
C, they got some guy from Human Resources Command and like, where do you want to go? And then, like number 13 was Fort Drum. They're like, you want to go to Fort Drum? All right, I got you.
It's on your
Fort
list.
Drum, yeah.
They never give you the first posting.
Never.
And so that's what you got out after
I
that,
feel
right?
they should run
Yeah.
like captain slots, kind of like the draft.
So was it drum that got you out, or you were like,
in during MCCC, I was sort of I had my second daughter, and I was thinking, you know what, maybe I want to do something else. And I kind of, when I was in, I kind of thought I'm just going to go to Iraq. I'm just going to go to Afghanistan. This is a time of war, and I actually left school. I rushed to drum. They give you that 30 days of leave. Between, and I didn't take it. I just went because my brigade was forward, and I was just like, I'm just gonna go to Afghanistan. And I got there, and they're like, nope, we got too many people over there. We're lightening our footprint. We're bringing people back. We got a lot of, shit to do here in the rear, and it kind of demoralized me. Because I didn't. And I kind of wanted to pursue my education. I applied to different schools, and I got a seat at the school that I'm at now, and I'm kind of right where I want to be.
all right?
Yeah,
So you go in the reserves then, and PSYOP route, which kind of correlates with your degrees here, because okay, before we get into degrees, are you planning on doing this career-wise for military? You going a little long?
I could see retaring in the reserve component.
Yeah, right. Too easy, right?
Yeah.
So they see this
It
show.
really is.
Grab that insurance, man. While
Yeah.
you can.
I figured. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, the
it's too
insurance
easy,
is,
right?
So as PSYOP, do you have to watch the movie Why Men Stare at Goats or whatever that movie is?
It's a great movie.
It always comes
Great
up.
movie.
No.
Great movie.
Why doesn't General's daughter come up more often then?
Right.
Well, yeah, I know. That's what
That's
was
a
PSYOP.
dark goddamn movie.
real dark side.
Holy shit.
Yeah, stare at goats.
I have not seen either one of these.
What?
Yeah. I told you, are these war movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah, but
command
these are
has
great.
failed you.
Okay,
These are-
so
yeah.
Men Who Stare at Goats
So-
is actually like a comedy, but it's war comedy. It's
And
Is that with
fantastic.
George Clooney?
Yeah.
Got the
Okay.
Clune.
But it's also based on a real unit that
Yeah.
existed.
Yeah.
And then General's Daughter was just one of those movies that came out in the 90s where we weren't in war, and they
Travolta was
yeah,
awesome.
they just needed to make it more of a crime thriller.
Yeah, it was like an MP type thing, but there's PSYOP and stuff.
Definitely
She was
both
a PSYOP
movies
officer or
worth
something
watching,
like
though.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out.
You
Worth
should check it
watching
out.
both.
And
of
he
them.
was a chief warrant officer, I believe.
Yeah, the best ranks are the warrant officers. Let's put that out there. They are
Not CID.
not CID.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you've got all right. You want a career? That's awesome. The PSYOP route. So you want to go that way because of your education. I'm guessing it's because of your education, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's no infantry really in the reserve component, right?
There is in Hawaii.
Yeah, in Hawaii. Yeah.
Nobody wants to
Fuck,
be
I would have
there.
taken that station.
So I've seen your. All right, so you've got shitload of education. Quite the scholar. Quite the educated
Yeah.
man. Very. All right, let's spew all this out here. So you got a BA in criminal justice.
Yep.
All right, you got a master's in psychology.
Yes.
Okay, and you're in school now, or a candidate for a doctoral for clinical psychology.
Yes.
Oh right, my goodness. So you attended Florida Atlantic University,
Mhm.
American Military University, and
Yeah.
now you're currently at was it Alder?
Adler.
Adler University.
Adler's like
Aren't you giving shit
cream of the crop
about not being able to read?
Yeah, well, listen, drinking, lots of drinking, and it all just
Alder?
Is
No.
Florida
the keys before
Atlantic
the L.
University kind of like your correspondence courses?
Say it again.
Is your Florida Atlantic University, is that kind of like the correspondence courses?
So mad.
No, I'm like legit asking. Right?
What do you mean? I don't get it.
I'm actually surprised there's
get it.
universities
Online.
in Florida.
He's making fun of the school.
It's kind of like online and
No, actually, the American Military University was 100% online.
Yeah.
That's right.
I figured that one.
they're kind of like a degree mill. Something.
But it sounds the most badass.
This
out of
sounds like you're going to be like
American
an
military
FBI profiler.
Especially like, I mean, we're not saying your full name, but if you knew
Yeah.
his full name and you then he went to American Military University, I would have been like, oh my god, he's so
That school,
fucking
I got
American.
the headquarters of that school. I think
There's
is
the
in
British
West
accent.
Virginia.
Yeah.
So, West Virginia, kind of. Yeah.
So you're not going to sell out. You're all right. This is how I correlate all this to. So your civilian job, you're going to school, psychology, law psychology here. You're going for your doctorate. Makes sense of the psyop type thing. You know, mind fucking, cool. All right. So what are you doing currently?
So right now I'm a diagnostic intern at a forensic site. So a lot of people that are arrested for, sex offenses, for example, they'll be court ordered to come to us, and then we give them psychological evaluations. We also, those with more severe psychological disorders, schizotypal type personalities and stuff like that, they are often arrested, and we deem them fit or unfit to stand like criminal trial and stuff like that.
Okay.
What was that word you used? Schizotypal?
Yes.
Schizotypal, yes.
What the hell?
Marine
Is that like
one.
schizophrenia or?
Yeah, it has to do with schizophrenia, but you could have schizotypal type personality traits without being a schizophrenic.
Correct.
So,
That's like the
made
beginning
up
stages.
This sounds like a psychological gangbang.
I'm feeling like it's a made up word.
all words are made up.
That's true.
No,
Technically,
it's
yeah.
real.
There it is.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Why is it it's so German looking?
Well, schizo from
Well,
schizophrenic, and
No, I
then
know.
typical
Right.
from type.
It looks like schnitzel plots over
Yeah,
there.
Freud from
Schnitzel
Vienna.
plots?
Yeah.
You can thank
Yo, we
Sigmund
need
Freud.
Freud, I know. Now I'm hungry for some Wiener Schnitzel.
I'll give you
talking
some
about
Wiener
sausages.
Schnitzel.
There's
Get
a lot
me
of
excited.
sausage talk on this show.
Yeah,
That's right.
We're not gay, but we are.
Hey, where's What's His Nuts with the smoked meats?
Yeah, well, where's J-Bot? Speaking of smoked meats.
Oh my God, smoked meats.
Anyway, all right,
Under the
so
table.
that's what you do on the civilian side here. So now, after you get your doctorate, what do you?
Private practice?
Yeah, what are you thinking?
Private practice is something that I am interested in. That's
I'll be your first client.
Okay, cool.
That'll set you up for life with this guy's
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
Just ask him about his dad.
Take TRICARE?
TRICARE.
Yeah, sign that shit up for that one. Get plugged in there. You'll be good to go, bro.
TRICARE Reserve Select.
Or, I mean, sir. Not here.
Never.
That's not happening anymore. Go on.
Maybe working with I do want to work with veterans.
Yes.
Maybe working
Nice.
at the VA would be kind of cool.
You're going to get lost in the system
They
just like the
need
rest
you.
of us.
Yeah.
They need good ones.
Probably.
Yeah, for
But you
real.
don't want to do your own private thing? You want?
I do. I think you could. That's what's great about the going into psychology. I think it can open a lot of doors. Yeah, you could do private practice on the side. Start off small while working for the VA. I like writing. I think I'd like to be a professor.
We got to learn. You got to put your foot in some areas too and get some stuff. And
I think I want to stay in the reserve component and go into the medical corps and do clinical psychology as a reservist as well. On the
I think
side,
they give
so-
bonuses for that.
Yeah,
I'm
they
sure
do.
they do.
There's a huge pot of money
They
that
do.
remember what's her face's stepmom?
Yeah.
She was talking about all the
I
retention
want to say
bonuses.
it's 20 grand or something like.
Yeah, we talked about it like last week where they were talking about what was it? It was like where you
50,000.
Yeah, it was 50,000.
You need to
They, like,
EAS,
bring in, like,
then go
yeah.
back and say I want
Yeah.
50 grand,
Yeah.
and then they'll sign you back up.
So my on topic but off topic. My mother's a psychologist, and she actually worked for the Chicago Police Department while she did her private practice stuff. So she was, doing both. And I get that
Yeah.
like, you're getting this, a taste of this, taste of that. You're dealing with, but she did more with children stuff, which is why she quit doing that shit because
Yeah.
it messed with her head.
A high burnout rate with kids.
Yeah. Stay away from that.
Yeah.
I recommend it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
if you got the stomach for it.
No, I probably don't.
Yeah,
because,
I wouldn't.
I'm a father.
Exactly,
And anything
like-
with innocent kids kind of bothers
Yeah,
me.
when we do these stories, I'm
Yeah.
sitting here going,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
But I
and
think-
I'm the one that's put them in too.
You know,
It's not-
I think your ability to, associate yourself with the veteran community and help us out, that would be huge because, there's always that gap between being able to relate to your clinician, right? So breaking down that barrier, I think, is huge to get more of our guys help.
That's very true.
Absolutely.
And also, the VA could take a lesson by like not shuffling new doctors for each patient every 6 months.
Yeah.
You know,
That's always fun.
Because with therapy, like it's an ongoing process, and it's a
And
process.
it's so trust-based.
Right, but if it's a process that gets interrupted or stopped for any reason,
Right.
you're starting from square
Right.
one all over again.
Yeah.
Continuity is key.
yeah, but that's I hope everything works out for you.
Thank
When
you.
do you plan on finishing this your schooling? on?
So you're done with the classroom. I'll be done in 2024, and then you do your paid internship 2025, and then you become a psychologist after that.
Well, if you need a whole bunch of case studies, we're here.
the whole room's here.
Once you get your
I'm real fucked
once you get
up.
your doctorate, can you get me a prescription for Adderall?
I don't think that's how it works.
Psychiatrist for psychologist. Which one is the one that gets?
Yeah, psychiatrist
is the
can
one
prescribe.
Psychologist.
Actually,
is
in
just the-
Illinois right now, you can get another like certifications or license. So psychologists in the state of Illinois can
actually
now
write a script.
prescribe.
Is it because of
That's
the
good.
deficit of
Fuck yeah.
mental
That's
health
good.
professionals?
Just
I
gotta
don't
pay
know.
the fee.
I don't know. I think psychiatrists or like medical doctors, they're kind of pushing back on it.
Yeah.
You know, psychologists are kind of more like the assessment, the talk therapy and stuff like that. So there's some pushback, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a difference actually between both of them because I've seen both.
Yeah.
Psychiatrists are probably, they got to go to medical school,
Yeah.
so fuck
That-
that.
Fuck that.
Right.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Quick before we wrap things up here. So your hobbies, lifting. Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
You
man. I'm
look pretty.
reading. I'm reading too
We
much.
got
I think I'm losing weight.
We got a
but-
tape measure. Hold on.
You can definitely supplement protein with this Akashi Wagyu beef.
So you gonna
Sure,
measure
Yeah.
my,
Right.
Wagyu
you gonna,
beef.
you gonna measure my? Man, I should have got a good pump in before this.
You can go do some push-ups real
Give
quick
me,
if you
give me a
want.
couple inches.
Yeah, I'll give you a couple.
Just two. That's all he can spare.
19 inches.
19 inch. All right.
That's pretty,
Not quite 20 yet.
Pretty fucking good. 19 inches there.
That's what I always tell my wife. I'll give you a couple inches.
Not yet, but one day. 19 inches, pretty. So lifting, yeah, you're a beast. We had a guest on early last season.
Think the stink.
Who's our AGR guy who
Oh,
made fun of your
yeah.
legs, and I'm looking at them legs,
know.
and they look twice the size as mine. So
I think he's referring to my calves, which is, admittedly, it's. I do have to work on my calves a little bit
twice the
more.
size as
like,
mine.
Skip
yeah.
leg day, a couple of
But-
dims.
But so what was this guy's name?
Think the stink.
from
Think.
S1,
Think the Stink. So
our S1.
his yes, my calves are not as big as his belly, so I guess.
Oh!
But-
and the
but-
hammer has been
The
dropped.
commander has been calling you out.
But the smoked meats.
yes, he does smoke meats pretty well.
Yeah.
He's about to smoke his meat. All right, because I remember he said some shit. I was like, dude, your fucking legs are solid. I remember when you actually first came into the unit, you were wearing like these sweatpants. I was like, dude, Jesus Christ, this guy's.
They were gray.
Well, at first I thought
They were
That was like a year ago, Pete.
first of all, I see him come in, and I see our new commander coming in, who's like finishing. I'm like, oh my god, PT's gonna go through the roof. He's
Right.
gonna make he hasn't pushed anything down. I'm like, oh thank God, he's not an asshole. I thought he's gonna walk in. We're doing PT every fucking minute. I'm like, we're
And then being
serious.
flagged for PT, it's like, you got to do PT 7 times a day.
Sir, I got a waiver.
Infantry guy coming off active, we're all fucked. I thought we were. I thought we were all fucked. Like, we're a bunch of fat reservists. Look at these chicken arms, man. I can barely do a push-up.
One of my favorite memories is I think when we kind of bonded a little bit, we were on the same floor at Fort McCoy in the barracks, right? And it's like I'm just kind of chilling on the beanbag couch that OG bought, right, taking a nap. He's coming out like doing his like 11 a.m. shower, like getting ready for officer brunch. And it's just. And he's got this towel, right? And that's all he's got, flip flops and towel. It's like, oh man, I really like should have gone in and like swapped out his towel for just like a little face towel.
Like that V cut. You got the cum gutters. He's got the cum gutters.
Oh, that's right, man.
Oh,
I think we
God.
mentioned that in the summer. Like, he's like, Commander's got the cum gutters. I'm like, that's hot.
What is that? What's a
Oh,
cum
the
gutter?
cut. The cut.
The
V
V
cut.
notches.
V notch.
Yeah.
The V.
Yeah, you got the
The
V
ladies
notch.
like the V.
Yeah, no
Right.
shit.
Don't tell my wife about this.
So do
She
the
doesn't know it
Joes. All right?
exists.
I'm over here going, man, that thing just points to your dick. That's great.
None of the ones I ever hooked up with liked it.
Oh man, I'm fluffing the commander here. This is great.
Oh god.
You really want that warrant officer nod, don't
I
you?
know. I think it doesn't go through him. It goes through actually my BC to sign off on that one. So whatever.
Okay.
It's gonna be kind of funny. It's like the next drill. It's gonna be like, hey, OG, we need you to report to the commander's office. So about this meme you posted, I swear it was an accident. Commander puts wine away. Just an accident.
Just an accident. All right, hey dude, we gotta wrap things up. You got things to do too, so I don't want to go too longer.
No, it's been a pleasure. I
It's
enjoyed
been
it.
great
Thanks for
having
having
you
me,
on
guys.
here.
No, that's cool.
It's been great. I don't think gingers are as soulless anymore.
No, I believe this man has a soul.
You bring a
All right.
human
He does.
touch.
He's got a soul.
Human
Yes,
touch
yes.
to everything. Yes.
He brought that human touch.
What's the other ones they have for gingers? What's the? I thought there's other.
You know, when I was a
Besides the
boy,
soulless
this
thing?
did not, I think it was that South Park episode.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
After that, everyone's like, you don't have a soul.
You have a soul.
You're a ginger. I'm like, what does that mean, ginger?
That was one of Cartman's best.
Yeah. He's soulless.
Oh,
up.
But no, so growing up, you didn't get anything for being
Not
a ginger.
It was like, it wasn't until I was like, like 30. I was like, what the fuck is a ginger?
As a kid, you just got shit for tiny legs.
Think the stink got me, man. I need to get his workout supplements. Isn't he?
right.
Yeah, he does
Yeah.
some stuff. But you did make fun of his gut, which he's
Yeah.
got plenty of. It's
Yeah.
because that smoked meats.
Maybe
man.
he's
That's
more of a
hilarious.
power lifter. It takes weight to move weight.
Yeah, I
You know,
guess.
it comes from that,
No.
the 8-month pregnant, look. You know what I mean?
Powerlifting was ruined for me when I watched the guy shit his pants like explosively.
It
I was
ruined
like,
it
this
for
should
me
not
when I
be
saw a
real.
guy's leg snap
I'm
doing
just
a
like,
clean.
Oh, we have the S1 guy talking shit about the commander. Commander coming on talking back on the S1 guy. That's great.
This is awesome.
I don't know. For me,
Witty
it's a new
banter.
low. If S1 is making fun of you, like you've failed at life. Like, it's bad.
That's the highlight. That's good.
I love their working hours, though. It's like, we'll only open up the S1 shop on the 5th Wednesday of the 3rd moon.
Yeah.
From 10 to 11.
From 10 to 11.
And then they complain when they do that.
yeah.
Right.
Yep.
It's still working. Comma over here. Big computer.
Yeah.
How many times did you reprogram his printer?
Oh, 50. Like, dude. There's a lot of things I've done for that shop that I'm not proud of. that they're
It's like
asking
we'll
me.
walk away, right, to go have a cigarette, and we come back. It's like my printer's fucked up again. Like,
Dude.
what do you do? Are you like fucking this printer? Like, what's
I know
going
he doesn't
on?
listen to shows, so I don't care. The guy, not Fink, it's his boss. He's like, hey man, I need these hidden cameras. Can you help me out with these hidden cameras? I was like,
Ooh.
they're not going to this building, right? He goes, no. I'm like, oh, okay, then I don't care. Like, this is how you program them. Like, I'm not. You gotta catch my girl. I'm like, okay.
Oh, shit.
Fun stuff.
On next week's episode, to catch a service member.
Yeah. Anyway, like I said,
Wow.
yeah, fun dealing with S1 at times. Like, all right, great having you on. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming out.
We gotta do
Yeah,
our
my
little pluggy
pleasure.
pluggies at the end here.
Yeah.
All right, we're not there yet. Settle down, Sam.
Rub that on your face.
Yeah. All right. Next episode's gonna be just a caveat. The National Guard, Swiss Army Knife of America. That's our next episode up. Boom. What was that?
I don't know. Swiss Army knife.
Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Please like, follow, subscribe, share, and remind yourself we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, all podcast platforms. And watch us on YouTube or at semperhooah.com. All right. You can follow us on Facebook at Semperhooah Podcast and IG at Semperhooah. Check out the merch at semperhooah.com/shop. Get the hoodies, t-shirts, the works.
We need to do like an Island Boy line now.
Yeah, now we're getting an Island Boy t-shirt. Yeah.
We need an infantry line is what we need.
Yeah, that's another one.
We
Since
do.
you're-
It's called Devil Derp.
Yeah, well, yeah, we have the double
We
derp.
do. Did you not see our Devil Derp? No.
Yeah, we got double derp hoodies and t-shirts are up there. You can support the show at semperhooah.com with a monthly subscription of your choosing. You click that little become a subscriber or become a supporter button, whatever on the website.
Or buy our merch.
Yeah, hold on. First, we get that one. You could do if you're choosing 99 cents, 49, 10, 9.99. What if you want to
$500
give us some money?
$250.
That'd be great. Nah, whatever. We get it. 50% of merch profits go to Tango 3. Hit them up.
That's right. With your help, they're going to help veterans with mental health issues, veteran suicide issues, prevention, through the sale of Dove Creek Akashi Wagyu beef jerky.
That's the person we're looking at when we're doing this.
Right.
That's-
I mean, if the jerky's
that
looking
sells.
better.
That's gonna real sell. That's gonna sell. Sam's face is gonna sell.
Look, you don't get a body like this by not eating beef jerky.
Yeah. Don't forget to send the hate mail to contact@semperhooah.com.
Not just hate mail. We're still in prototyping for our Semper Hooah dildo line.
Yeah, we're working on that one. All right. Once again, thank the Captain Commander over here to
Yeah,
for
thank
coming
you
on.
guys. Appreciate it.
Everybody here, Lancey, PD, Jonesy, Sam. All right, it's been fun. We'll see you guys next episode.
Island boys.